Okay.
Lids, are you in Roll20?
Oh, 1 second.
We are recording.
Okay. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. And so our merry band of adventurers left the Shire, heading south to the mines of Moria. A long trek they had through wild country, but it was also very uneventful, so we're going to skip most of it.
Why are we so lost?
And Russia. The
Watch.
other hobbits are assholes.
Most of them aren't. It's just the mayor. You know, you have to elect an asshole to an elected position.
Why? I mean, I know I'm not one to talk, but why?
That's how democracy works.
I mean, the only people who want to be elected are the people who want the power, so they're assholes.
Is that how it works? I've never been to such a big city before.
Mimosa just turns and gives him a fucking look.
The Shire as a big city. That's such good character establishment.
She just fucking turns and looks at you like, what the fuck?
And he just looks back going, yeah? Just
At least
confused.
this mayor is open about his disdain for everyone.
Yeah, apparently some of them try to
mean-
hide it in like human towns, and that's kind of bullshit. It's like,
I mean,
you should
so-
know
so
your
is
mayor's an
mine.
asshole.
So is mine, but doesn't
Will?
make it any better.
Will?
Yeah?
Why is the background a Smaug Dakimakara?
Oh no, I gotta show that. Yeah, look, yep. That. I wish I could unsee that.
kawaii,
Thank you.
Kawaii, Tetsu.
Son of a bitch.
We all know he's a DILF.
Oh.
Dragon, I'd like to fuck.
It's
So
actually...
you're saying his relationship with Irina is basically he adopted her.
Yes. I mean, was that not clear?
He adopted her, and now she has a sibling. That's not an asshole.
I've only had Irina for 5 minutes for anything happened to her. I'll destroy everyone in this city and then myself.
I'll need to draw that sometime tonight. One little baby Drogoth.
I love it.
Fucking goddamn it.
I love how immediately we got derailed by bullshit.
It's just what happens. It's
The
just,
bard and the druid, Crambode and Dursa, went off to tail the Ringgrave Cecil, vowing to meet up with the rest of the fellowship when they arrive at the wonderful fucking tree fortress of Lothlorien. But first our party must get through the mines of Moria. Before that, they camp for the night and do some talking if they want to, or else we'll skip forward. I'm good with whatever.
I kind of want to catch up.
Oh. You're engaged, huh?
Yep.
Oh, congratulations.
Good to see you as well, Flog.
Oh, yes, Miss Sorta.
So how's Erebor doing lately?
Very well.
Doing
Wait.
fairly well, I would say. The dwarves, the spiders, the goblins, and the dragons are all getting Dragon is doing particularly well together.
There are orcs and dwarfs there now.
Also, I keep getting letters from some individuals from Gondor.
Yes, you do.
I wouldn't reply to those.
What?
We've been using them as practice for this one to breathe fire on.
Oh.
They burn quite well.
Oh, picking up on that. I was always curious when that developed.
Very early.
Yeah, we went through a lot to save you, little guy.
And I am appreciative. Soon I will be big enough to burn enemies. Then I can thank you properly by burning people you hate.
So Kranos. I like this kid.
She says of the little baby dragon showing troublingly monstrous behavior.
Gotta keep your eyes on the prize.
I mean, if he's burning people we don't like, he's not burning people he doesn't like, I guess.
Is it disturbing behavior for younglings? Yes.
No, my nephew Frodo, like, burns down things regularly. It's fine.
Ah, okay. I don't get to interact with children much.
Yeah, he steals things from the farmer, mostly because I showed him how, but you know.
My cousin Honolulu loved to set things on fire. That's why she invented the Honolulu hotfoot. It involves sticking twigs under a person's shoes while they're not looking and then lighting them on fire.
That's fascinating.
Well, I'll say this: there's a lot more. There's a lot more particular children than say my siblings. Fucking Turkish delight.
From what you said, it's not a high bar.
If I ever see him again, I'm gonna shove Turkish delight up his ass.
Don't waste food.
It's Turkish
Wait,
delight. It's
You
Turkish
consider
delight.
that food?
It doesn't count as food.
Turkish delight is not really food.
Yeah, you tell them, Klaus.
Klaus knows.
Yeah, you tell them.
I don't know what this Turkish delight is, but it sounds disappointing.
I'm imagining when some kid tried to give Santa Turkish delight instead of cookies, Santa just massacres the entire family.
Jesus Christ!
Well, that's more for the naughty list, he says as he comes out, smeared in blood. Plus side, this coat's gonna look real red to the next family.
Oh, it's just the extra red is from maple syrup.
We're gonna meet Santa one day, and he's gonna be played by Bill Goldberg, isn't he?
I don't know what that means.
I'm going to bust a cap in your ass, you little skank. Echoes in Aranis here.
Santa's Sleigh, where professional wrestler Bill Goldberg plays Santa Claus.
The demon. Don't worry, Arena. They can't hurt you anymore.
Also, Arena has on the map drawn like circles where all the ring rays were because she was looking at Cecil's map, doing that the whole time. Mm-hmm. So, which ring race is in Moria, by the way?
Well, there is none stationed exactly in Moria. There are two, in the mountain ranges that connect to Moria.
Uh-huh.
There's one named Boba Fett, and who's supposed to be in the Misty Mountains range, and one probably more likely to show up here is Talion.
Have we heard stories about any of the ring race individually?
Nope.
Okay.
Just the ring race in general.
I mean, that's the thing. By the time of Lord of the Rings, a lot of Sauron's stronger forces have faded into obscurity, where people just know ghost stories of them. I mean, the same was true of Smaug in Lake Town. Smaug had been inactive for such a long time, but some people thought that the smoke coming from the mountain was from the mythic Mountain King making gold.
Wait, one of them is in the Misty Mountains?
Mm-hmm.
From what I'm told, all the goblins in the Misty Mountains vacated after.
According to the map, this Fett fellow is right in the middle of Larsak territory.
Well, remember that the map isn't showing exactly where they are at all times because it's not a fucking Marauders map. It's showing the rough scope of territory they're supposed to search. So, like, it's set, like, Cecil, looking at my fucking map that I stole from Amazon, it's like, you can buy this map, or you can just download the really large JPEG of it that we have on here. Cecil is in this huge fucking space here, to the northwest. Where the Shire is and a whole bunch of other shit.
Because they didn't figure it was going to be there, so they sent him there because, get him out of their hair.
Yeah. Basically, the mountain range that includes the Misty Mountains and then eventually stretches on down to Moria-ish. That range is split between Boba Fett in the northern part above Rivendell and Talion in the southern part below Rivendell.
Mm-hmm.
So
we just have to
those two are exploring the total mountain range. Where they are in the mountains, who can say?
Who knows?
Because it's a shitload of mountains, guys.
Yeah, I wonder which mountain they'll be in.
Hopefully we can avoid these other ring wraiths. I'm doubting they're going to be as friendly or as easy to fool as that Cecil fellow.
Well, what's the ring saying this in regards to this? Suggestion.
Well, what do you want? Nothing.
So it's not. So we mentioned Boba Fett or isn't saying anything.
He's being very tight-lipped. I mean, you haven't asked him anything. Why should he volunteer information?
That's fair. It seems that, if you don't mind me asking, Arena says in her head, you are aware of Cecil. Are you aware of the others by chance?
You could say I've had a long life as a piece of jewelry and have been worn by people who were knowledgeable of such things. Why do you ask?
I'm just curious. I know absolutely jack and shit about this, so...
Yeah, it's you. You are new here.
I know.
Cecil is the least of the 9 Nazgul, which is to say he's still a formidable threat. He's just a blundering idiot, so it's sort of easy to trick him out of not using his strength. You will not have that ease with the others. Boba Fett and Talion. Fucking named him Boba Fett.
I imagine that sour breaking character just start laughing.
Boba Fett and Talion are both, I would say, middle of the group in terms of strength. Not the most powerful Nazgul, but far from the least of them.
Oh.
Both very capable. Talion is a master of stealth, and Boba Fett is something of a weapons master, proficient with anything that he can get his hands on.
Right. So any tips on how to avoid them in the future? Because I have a feeling we got a fairly easy with that last one. Hello?
The Nazgul... I'm taking the time to think.
Sorry.
Sorry. I know, you got internet. The Nazgul, if they've been sent out into the world right now, it is to find Sauron's lost ring of power. His one ring. So, they're going to be focused on that task. Don't make it look like you have what they want, and they should ignore you. They're dangerous, but they are focused. Even that fucking idiot Cecil will keep to his task. They're not like, trolls who will just blindly lash out at everything in their pathway. They want to get what they are specifically sent to seek. They're being sent for the ring. Do not let them think you have a ring of power.
Alright, that's good to know then.
As this is going, Mimosa is thinking and checking the map and seeing, like, the range of the two. She's like, we're most likely to run into this one, and she points to Talion. They were looking for rings, which is worrying.
We have rings.
So we should probably be cautious about using them out in the open. Like, if we have to use them, like, do it stealthily.
Do the rings have to be worn on your finger?
If they use that power, they have to be, and you have to consciously use them.
So you can't put them on your like the toe or something?
I hate to tell you this, but they don't have to be worn on the finger.
Oh.
So we could put these on, like...
I've learned that from experience.
Oh!
I did not. Arena, you don't hear anything, but you see Arena's face go steadily more white. I retract that statement.
I'm very glad you washed me before you put me on.
Oh yes, Gollum's lost dick piercing.
No, he just wore it around it because the constriction gave it a pleasant.
No! Stop right there!
It's a thing people do.
Stop right there, criminal scum!
It's not a children's D&D game.
Okay, you see Arena go very white. It's very white before running off in the woods. And,
Also,
You hear
just
vomiting?
thank you for getting me out of that cave, by the way.
You hear like vomiting sounds, but instead you see a gout of flame. Like,
Hey, Mr. Ring, you're immune to acid, aren't you? I'm going to dunk you in it.
That's fair.
Did she just puke fire?
This is...
I guess it comes in later in humans than it does dragons.
Is that normal?
It's not normal.
No.
I'm pretty sure
But-
being from a different world, she might be different than the humans here, but
no, I
also...
don't think
She's also been growing some scales.
Ah.
Arena walks back. Is like, didn't expect that to happen, but okay.
It's a
Are you
dragon
okay?
thing.
For what it's worth, I am sorry.
I imagine Klaus is equally mortified.
Sauron, you did not tell me that you were a survivor. Oh, wait, you should know his name. Ring, you did not tell me that you were also a survivor.
No! 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 TT, why?
That joke may be too dark, isn't it? That joke's too dark. We're striking that from canon.
Joke's too dark. Don't do that.
That was too dark. That was too dark. That was too far. But Klaus has sympathy because Klaus has also dealt with masters who are dicks. Oh, damn it!
It's alright. We're good.
Can we trim down the cock ring joke section?
Moving on!
That was accidental.
It was, hopefully.
So, I'm just gonna go, make sure there's no one...
And caught
I
fire.
almost got hit by a truck this week. I'm in a mood.
Arena's just pat herself down because she actually let herself a bit. Like on her hand and shit. It's like, Yeah, it doesn't hurt.
In response to this, Dorothy tries to slip her jump ring over one of her tusks.
Interesting way to do it.
Don't have tusks.
It's you have ears. I know some people like ear piercings.
I don't have piercings.
Yeah, alright, so...
I can give you some if you need them.
No. No.
Either way, I think the correct idea is not to use any of our ring powers.
We're probably not going to have that luxury of not being able to use them at all.
Especially if we face a Nazgul. We'll need what we have.
See, I actually don't have any rings.
You got one.
You did.
You did? It's not
Yeah,
like,
you were given one, but you weren't there that session, so you didn't write it down.
did you idea what it was?
So there was one for each player.
I'm not sure which one you got. Dorothy got the jump ring.
I got the psychic ring.
I
I
got
got-
the ring of invisibility.
Got the one ring.
I wrote this down in the Hobbit arc notes, but I don't want to get the Hobbit arc notes out.
Okay, we'll do that after game.
I think Crammon got the animal one.
He did.
Anyway.
Sorry.
No. This was a legitimate question.
Anyways, that is both side.
It's like, did you eat something bad, or should we
I
check?
was reminded of something horrible, sorry.
Okay. Just making sure that we don't have to check our rations and make sure that they're not spoiled or nothing.
I suppose I'll go make sure no one's following us or
If you want
anything.
the inside arena, you can.
She has no reason to think Arena is lying.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We have no clue about the ring.
Or,
You've kept that secret very successfully under wraps so far.
you did just
Arena has a talking gun. She doesn't like mentioning the fact that she has another talking thing. She doesn't like people thinking she's crazy.
also, she literally just got bonded to a dragon that's fucking with her entire body. The least that could happen is she's having violent gouts of fire.
Uh-huh.
Like, we're lucky worse things aren't going on.
And also, Arena has no reason to suspect the One Ring so far.
I mean, she has, but
He hasn't really slipped up too much.
yeah.
Also, telling how to avoid the race and Cecil. And everything she knows that the ring wants to be found, so if it was a One Ring, why would be helping her avoid them finding it?
Yeah.
So
That's true.
that's her mindset right now. It's just a really powerful talking ring that
Is being helpful as far as you know.
Yep.
So, has anyone been to Moria before?
No, but I've heard the reputation that it has.
Skylight, correct me if I'm wrong. At this point,
Oh.
no one would have like the dwarves would not have claimed Moria back again, right?
Nope, they
They don't do that until after the Hobbit.
They didn't go reclaim it after all the battling and shit because they didn't have enough people to do so. Balin was the first one who had the idea of going back in there and trying to make it a kingdom again. It is liberated technically from the goblins, although they kind of crawled back in there.
Yeah, I was reading up on it to make sure, but basically, it kind of sounded like everyone GTF'd when when someone dug too deep.
Yeah. See,
I wonder what they
and that only happened when Balin went back in there, because he's
Yeah.
big dumb shit. So yeah, there would be absolutely nobody in there except for probably maybe a few orcs, and if what your canons is telling me is that they wouldn't be there either.
Yeah, because the call has been summoned, and just like at the start of the Fellowship, all the orcs from all the disparate tribes are being forced back to Mordor to take part in the war effort, whether they want to or not.
So, yep, that's where we are right now. The dwarves have not tried to reclaim it at this point, because the dwarves don't have the position in Erebor to do so.
Which, ironically, is why Moria is a very good path to get through to where you guys need to go, because no one should be there.
Mm-hmm. So Mimosa's going to answer that question and say, it used to be a dwarven stronghold. They had a few skirmishes with a bunch of orc tribes, and there was a humongous battle here where they drove the orcs out, but then they were too weakened in their position to actually take it back, so that's why they're still wandering around homeless, according to Belmont. Sorry, I had a brain fart.
Mm-hmm.
But it should, by all appearances, be completely empty.
Sounds
So it's very well from Peace and Stragglers. Is there any secret entrances? Because my only experience with dwarven settlements was Erebor.
Ah.
Yeah, you actually have that. It's one of the things that Elrond gave you. There is an entrance that you can specifically use that has a door with an enchanted opening.
Oh.
Yeah, it looks like we can get in here.
Sadly, the dwarf information that Elrond had didn't say what the password was, but there's a password you have to guess. There's a riddle. It's a thing.
Oh no. Riddle.
Hey, can any of you speak Dwarvish?
Nope.
No, and that wouldn't be a problem because it's written in Elvish.
Oh yeah, that's true.
What does Sotra speak? Huh.
Elvish, I'm assuming.
I mean, you all speak Westron. You all speak Common.
Got
Yeah.
Westron, Rohirric, and Black Speech.
British, Westron, Animals, Narnian, and Draconic.
Mosha speaks Common, Halfling, and Sylvan, but I did not put that on her sheet for some reason.
I'm checking, because it's not on her sheet.
I wonder what Sylvan would be in Tolkien context.
Elvish.
So do dragons have their own specific speech in...
I think what would make sense is that dragons, like spiders, would probably have their own specific speech as well as their own dialect of the Black Speech.
Alright, so Draconic dialect Black Speech then. Because I get that as far as my patron bonus.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, it is proficient with long swords. Huh.
So,
Oh yeah, she's common and elves.
So, from what I'm reading here, some sort of elvish riddle. Yeah.
I also have thieves' cant, but
Alright. So...
wait, that means I do have proficiency with my orc sword. Shit. What if gives me bonus proficiencies? I gotta fix that.
Over rock and over tree.
So the only issue is you don't use your dexterity with longsword, so you couldn't use your sneak attack with it.
Wait, I can't or I can?
Could not.
I
Sneak
mean, I
attack
can
only works
because
with
I'm,
dexterity-based attacks.
I can because I have a dual wielding, and my main hand is still right here, and I'm a swashbuckler.
Yeah, that'd do it.
Anyway.
Oh, map.
Oh, now.
So we all rest for the lovely evening.
Hello, Ghost of Crambone.
Hold on.
Ghost of Crambo.
Hold on, that's not right. There we go.
God damn it, that fucking icon.
Imagine Aragorn
Or-
time.
Jesus Christ. That was fast. Hey, has anyone noticed that Scout is kind of sparkling?
I'm just ignoring it.
Fallen for me already, huh?
No. No. She stares at him and starts to pull out her swords.
No.
Aragorn waggles his eyebrows.
Oh my god.
Oh, Slug is gonna put a.
Sparkling even more.
Let's not murder the hope.
Jesus.
It's okay. I'm sorry, Sotra, but I am taken.
I am going to cut your head off.
No.
Hand on her shoulder. Goes. No.
You're
this-
not the first elf to threaten that, and you won't be the last.
Step towards him.
Keep the hand on her shoulder. We have more pressing matters.
On character moment, but she's still angry.
Oh, there's not a Kraken token. Damn. Okay. Well, not that I need one.
Ah,
Oh fuck.
I got everyone on here, right?
Heroids?
Yeah, that's here right now. Anyway.
So the next a couple days later, you guys come to the gates of Moria that were lined out for you. There is a riddle written in Elvish. It says, Aragorn looks at it and reads it out loud, saying, "It says, speak up, dog, and enter.
What?
Speak
Guys.
up, dog, and enter."
Guys,
What is up, dog?
guys, can we take a real quick break? I'm feeling kind of sick. Need to run to the bathroom real quick.
Yep.
Okay.
Aragorn just grins at you, Sotra, when you say, "What is up, dog?"
I know what I did.
Not much, Sotra. What's up to with you?
You know what? I'm stealing your girl.
What?
Dude, she's like the Elvish equivalent of 17.
Fuck.
Yeah, that's very bloody creepy, Sotra.
Damn
I
it.
didn't know that at the time I made the threat. God damn it.
Yeah, didn't know that at the time I made the threat. I am going to make your life hell.
Besides, she's an elf. She can wait.
Also, he's younger than us, so his powers don't have an effect.
Aragorn just goes, "Pfft. I'm a bastard kid who spends like 9 nights out of 10 sleeping in the woods. There's not really much you can do to me."
God, now you're making me feel bad, you piece of shit.
As a fellow bastard kid, I feel that.
Do you guys need hugs? Question mark?
Nah, I've adjusted to it.
All right. So what is
I mean,
the?
I've recently been adopted by a giant dragon, so I think I'm coping.
It actually says speak, friend, and enter.
So you just gotta say you're a friend.
Mm.
Say I am a friend of
So,
Moria.
If I wait until Liddy gets back to try
Oh
and
yeah,
solve
shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sorry.
We're not
the
trying to.
banter, I
We
think,
finished one riff and get into another.
Yeah, got carried away.
I think the banter's fine, but
So how about them Yankees?
I don't know. Almost as good as the Red Sox.
somewhere is raging.
There's some sports nerd who just got like a massive aneurysm.
What do you mean he's going super critical? Well, and all I'm saying is about in 10 minutes, it's going to be a real bad day to be a Red Sox fan. A real bad day.
Meanwhile, several miles away, Cecil and Crambo are playing on jugs with a bunch of orcs they've found. Durza just watches, disbelieving.
What is this fuckery?
Here's a penny for your thoughts, and a quarter to not tell me them.
That's a good one. Also a coin for the Witcher.
I hate
That's
portals.
a coin to your Witcher.
It would probably do pretty good in the Tolkien universe, honestly. It's like most of these people are okay. There's some dicks, but not bad.
I still love how happy he was in the Monster Hunter universe.
Everyone was a pro. It's like
Yeah.
we're
Everyone
all
was so nice to him.
it's like we're all genetic abominations who go out and punch monsters. Here's a tankard. It's my headcanon. He vacations the Monster Hunter universe.
He takes Siri there because
Oh, fuck yeah. Little daddy-daughter vacation. That's adorable.
Oh.
It's like, check
What
this
about
out. You don't.
uh,
It's like, check this out. You don't break your shins here. Huh.
what if the wild hunt pursues us?
He just starts laughing.
Oh, shit. Wait a minute.
Allow you to introduce. Let me introduce you to my good friend, the Admiral.
No, we introduced you to a fucking great Jagras.
I think the Wild Hunt could deal with the Great Jagras.
Yeah, but that's just the start.
No, what
Yeah.
they do is they end up in the guiding lands, and the wild hunt comes, and it's all cold and misty.
Oh,
Oh
and,
no!
and then when they arrive, it's like, we have you surrounded. And it's like, you do realize you're in the territory of something very aggressive. Rajang's theme starts to play.
oh god.
Oh, that would be fun. You know, somebody really needs to make fanfic that Geralt's adventures in Monster Hunter universe.
Yeah.
Fucking Aerith just gets fucking yobshud, basically.
It's like, God, I should have come here sooner. This is hilarious.
Oh, and only for the fucking noise to draw in something else.
Nothing like a Rajang Devil Joe turf war on your face.
You know, that's our new fucking J.R. Tolkien discourse. Why didn't the characters just isekai somewhere else to deal with Sauron? You know,
This shit.
You joke, but that's Arena's whole plan. It's like, I mean, everything. There's so many things I feel like they don't belong here. Why don't you figure out a way how to go elsewhere? Surely there's a place where they can be bigger, that can account for bigger things. Annoying how to come from somewhere.
It'd be great. You try to forcefully isekai yourself. Oh, I'm in this strange place with noodle people, and I don't need to be here.
You either describe the fucking Junji Ito novel or a fucking Shaft anime.
Look, either one you don't want to be in.
You either describe fucking Code Geass or fucking Junji Ito.
Again, either one you don't want to be in. The reasons are different, but it's all the same. It's like, oh, this new universe is in the future, and oh, everything's shit. Yeah, this place. I was like, the only problem with Isekai is it is a fucking gamble. You're rolling on the D1000 wild magic table of shit.
Hey. Speaking of which, where is that table?
I mean, there's a lot of good places you can end up. There's a lot of horrific places you could end up.
I mean, I fully expect near the end of Tolkien, by the time we get to the Return of the King, it's become a multiversal jaunt.
I mean, we're already going into weird fucking places.
We've already ripped open that Band-Aid.
Yeah.
I have no idea where we're gonna be when we get to the Return of the King arc of this fucking story.
Where are we going? DM, I don't fucking know. I just drive the train.
I mean, at this point, the existing framework is barely even guideline. Because you can't do it.
Ugh.
Like, a big part of preparing for this arc was, like, saying, like, okay, what are the pieces that make up the events of the Fellowship? And which of them can still be in play in any fucking fashion? And, well, we can have Sauron ramping up the war effort, because he's got enough goblins to do it. There's Balrog and Moria still. There are ring wraiths that can go out looking for a ring. But there's not a golem, so they don't have a fucking clear idea of where that ring's going to be. There's a bunch of disparate groups that aren't united and ready to face the war that Sauron is going to bring. So we can have people trying to unite them and get them to do something, but they don't have the ring as a focal point. So the council has to be, and the Fellowship has to be kind of about something else.
Which is why we've got a gigantic escort quest.
I mean, I'm assuming it's probably let's try and stop the Sauron.
And then I've got some ideas as to what would be in play for Two Towers.
They're taking the harvest to Isengard. They're taking the harvest to Isengard.
I would assume that's when Saruman comes to the forefront, if he still is in this time frame.
Yes, and he should be. In fact, he should be accelerated because, the fight against the Necromancer and Dol Guldur did not go as well as it does in canon. So Saruman has all the more reason to, get in line with the other team.
Gotcha.
But he doesn't have a ring and he doesn't have a gun, though. I was like, what's a gun?
So Saruman's nonsense is also turbocharged. Lovely.
You back, Andy? You back, Lydia?
Sorry about that. Slight drug overdose. Doing a number on my stomach.
Oof. Stay safe.
Speak, friend, and enter. Is that what you said it is?
Yeah, that's the actual riddle.
Speak name of our friends, Klaus?
Wait, what didn't it say speak up dog and enter friends?
Well, that was a joke. I'll explain it to you, Dorothy. Aragorn says.
Has Sotred glaring at him.
Do we declare we are friends of Moria?
If we do, we'll probably do it in Elvish, but...
I speak Elvish.
Wouldn't it be Dwarvish?
What's it written like?
It's written in Elvish.
I mean,
Alright.
how is the sentence structure?
It's literally speak, friend, and enter.
Are there commas in there?
No?
She goes up to the door. Just try saying friend in Elvish. Just try saying friend in Elvish. Elves are fucking stupid.
She does it, but then looks back at Mimosa.
Look, are you denying it?
No. Does anything happen when she says friend?
Yeah, give me a second. I just gotta find a good picture because apparently Roll20 doesn't fucking have one of these.
Oh, joy.
If that works well enough.
I'm in danger.
Hope this doesn't get us a copyright strike.
Okay.
Oh, it's
What
ah.
the fuck?
Hmm.
The squid looks like he sucked up some really good or
All right,
bad
so
cocaine.
cool. You guys manage to open the door. The door opens up. It's great.
Do we see this thing?
And then you hear something. You can make perception checks. You hear something sort of slithery, slurpity, lurpity derpity doo in the water.
20. Soft 20. Oh god. Flog natural 20.
Arena got a 4.
Okay,
Voices in her head. That's fair.
Flog, you get pinpricks at the back of your neck. You immediately turn around just in time to see. Most people wouldn't notice it because of how well it's creeping and how well camouflaged it is against the water, but you manage to notice its luminous eyes as some writhing mass of snake-like limbs is slowly emerging out of the lake and having its tentacles slither across the land to go towards you and your party members' feet.
He will bellow out behind us, and then try and aim an arrow at it.
Roll initiative!
Oh,
Okay.
joy. I did this.
Scheiße.
Will we avoid combat today? Who can say?
Initiative. Yeah. Wait.
Wait,
I have a bonus to initiative.
Yeah, I think I do too.
Look at that 20.
Shit, it's been so long since we've done this that I forget how you make the little thing.
Yeah, that's right. I have advantage on initiative rolls. I forgot about that.
And I have some kind of
There
ability.
we go.
like initiative.
How do I make the little? I want to make the little. Oh no, that's not what I want at all.
It's like,
On the side, on the sidebar, there's a thing. It should be right under the dice. Right under or right below.
Help and docs, shortcuts and references, maybe. No.
Okay, so my initiative is 9 plus a charisma mod.
You see right over here, TT, on the side, that little sidebar.
you know,
Yeah, I'm looking at my sidebar. I'm just trying to figure out.
You know, I have to do it manually for this.
Yeah, we'll have to do it manually.
My initiative.
We
is
did. I
11.
did this once. It's been so long since we've had combat. I've forgotten how.
There should be a thing right under the dice bar and right above the question mark.
I only see the dice.
We could put it
And
in
the question
in
mark.
the chat so we
Yeah.
remember. And Sutra's is 11 because as a swashbuckler I get a bonus to my initiative, which is my charisma mod.
there's a way to put that
Okay,
in.
yeah,
though.
Legolas and Gimli.
Yeah, I can do a +2. I'm sure. I think.
The file name that you gave that Scala is very good.
What's the Watcher's index bonus?
What?
What?
The Watcher's Dex bonus is -1.
So that's technically a 6. So it and Arena are tied.
I'm pretty sure because it got a -1, you go first. That's how I'm gonna.
Yeah,
do
you have
that.
higher dex.
There you go, TT. That's what it looks like.
Oh, for some reason it's above it for mine. Okay. Hey.
They probably changed it with the latest add-on or something. I was wrong. Okay, by initiatives auto factoring in advantage, with only showing the highest. That's not a way to do it.
I don't know how to put in a bonus to initiative.
Okay, see, you know how it has core bio spells and it has the cog.
Ooh.
Click the cog, and in the middle where it has attribute options, there's a little thing that says initiative modifier.
Hey, give me a second.
Sorry.
Okay.
Alright. So where'd you leave off?
Okay.
Press the cog.
Okay. hit the cog in the top middle row, top middle box. It has like the strength, dexterity, all that nonsense. Below that is initiative modifier, and you can change that to be your charisma mod.
But it's a bonus plus my charisma mod already
Yeah.
on top of my basic roll.
There's a way
Yeah,
more.
I know. It just says initiative modifier. It's just a blank initiative modifier. Just change that from 0 to whatever your charisma is.
Cat, come here. Come here. All right.
Has unless we add Dex. No, it's a tiebreaker. I should put that in though.
Just
Yeah.
how do I?
What do you
Now
do?
how do I organize it?
There you go.
There we go. Yay.
Hi.
Okay. Good. We got our turn order up here.
Oh, I got 17, so I got an 18. My bad. I thought I was the 9.
I need to get my Aboleth stats out again.
What?
What now? What?
What? Fucker.
What?
Yay, Aboleth.
Aboleth?
Well, what? It's a watcher in the water.
We're gonna die.
Well, come on, haven't we had a fun time? Always winning combats and stuff. You guys are ready for it. You've talked about how overpowered you are.
No, we haven't.
Yeah, yeah. You're like, oh, TT, you're giving us all this cool stuff. Okay, it's time to fight an Aboleth. I mean, a watcher in the water. Mimosa, you're first.
All right. Okay.
Oh boy.
Let me look. Add shit.
Oh.
Look a sham, tally ho.
Alright. Well, since she can, without using a spell slot, she's gonna mark it as her favorite foe and just use Hunter's Mark. Shoot it with a longbow.
Nice.
One second here. I need to make sure of something. Yep, I have advantage on things that haven't acted yet, so that would be the 21.
Very nice. That hits.
Okay.
Damn, good. Good.
Damn.
Good.
And then one more. Probably doesn't hit. Although I don't know.
TT.
The 15
Yeah, that would be the 15 because the first
does
one.
not hit. Does
Yep.
not hit.
He's a bulky boy.
All right, next would be Flog.
Alright. Okay, I'm gonna move back a bit. Probably can still reach me, but oh well. And I'ma shoot it with Penglock. Oh, fuck me. I'll take that. It's a lot of damage.
Oh,
Nice.
fuck, natural 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Jesus. Together, I believe that's 13 for the first one and 12 for the second.
Damn, very nice.
Yeah, that's some solid hits. And do I want to do anything else? Can I do anything else? Let me just check real quick. No, that's the wrong thing. Combat superiority. Precision attack. You make a weapon attack against a creature. You can use this ability. Okay. Never mind. I can't do anything. I already hit, so I can't add something in. So that'd be my turn. Sortra.
Sotra.
All right. So Trish gonna run up to it. And she's gonna make a swing with her first rapier. Ah,
You whiff.
second rapier.
You
Fuck.
whiff again.
And she's going to run away. So you have, and you can only make 15 feet now, so it's like right here. But
If you go more than 5 feet, it gets an attack of opportunity.
no, it doesn't, because I have an ability that prevents it if I attack.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Oh, well, fun. You can also dash as a bonus action, so you could,
Oh, that's
you know.
I use my bonus action for my second swing, though.
Oh, that's right.
That was like, that's what, 15 with the go.
Or is it just an attack?
No, it's
Just an
No,
attack.
just
You
an
don't.
attack.
You don't have to hit, which is
Yeah.
fun.
One more. Up, there we go. No, that's not right. Up.
Do we
So,
technically need to be engaging it? Isn't the door open?
Yes, the door is open.
But
Okay.
like, if you can try to give covering fire,
if you want to go ahead and go into the door, you can.
it just makes sense for the range
That is-
users
yeah,
who can
that is
stay
my
back
turn.
to cover.
All right. Aragorn pulls out his 2 swords and is like, you know, I'm kind of thinking maybe we should go inside.
I was thinking the same thing.
And that's his turn. He's preparing. He's not going to leave like people. Like he's not going to go yet because there's people right next to the goddamn squid. But he's voiced his opinion. Arena?
Arena in her head's like, what the fuck is that thing? Which I imagine is going to get a response.
You skipped over me.
Girls, oh yeah, you skipped
Yeah,
over.
Shit.
Dorothy
Dorothy,
is
your
going to
turn.
put herself in front of Arena and then say, yeah, we should probably get inside since it's a squid.
I don't fucking know how these things work.
Dorothy, you hear it say in the black speech, "Yum yum yum, goblins in my tum tum."
Oh, fuck.
Let me touch your skin.
How loud was that?
It's speaking in the black speech. Oh yeah, but you're part orc, so yeah, you'd hear it.
I'm just saying, no, how loud was that? Like, can I hear it from there?
Yeah, you can.
Only
Speak.
one person's allowed to do that.
Arena in her head, what is this thing?
I'm not entirely sure. We should go.
Alright, so yeah, I'm going to, but first, Arena's gonna run, but not before I give this thing a little piece. And she's going to...
Eldritch Blast.
No, something worse.
Fireball. Lovely.
Um.
I'm aiming right here, so you should be out of the fucking range of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
like over here.
I trust you.
Do that shit. So 24 damage?
Yeah, it has
If you
to,
fail.
if it fails the deck save, which...
It might.
Mm-hmm.
It's a... Yeah.
Oh,
Let's look at what its dex is.
A -1, I think.
14. I don't think that succeeds.
Nope,
No.
I said, even without the dex, it would have failed. So
24?
yeah, I take 24 fire damage.
It's not happy about that. So what it's gonna do is it's gonna lash out and grab the closest morsel and then try to go back underwater.
Oh, shit.
Oh, fuck, it has legendary actions.
Yeah.
It's
Okay. So, Gorothea, apologies, but you are the closest.
Oh, no, it doesn't.
Does 24 hit you?
Yes, but hang on, let me check something. Have advantage on dexterity saving throws against effects that you can see, but that's a straight up attack, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then yeah, that hits.
2d6 plus.
Oh, poor Gordon.
It's gonna be rough.
Okay, and I need you. You take 13 damage, and I need you to make a Constitution save.
Thank God.
Yep, you made it. Okay, but you are grabbed, and that's the creature's turn. Because everyone else is out of range of its tentacles at the moment.
Oh God.
Dorothy's been grabbed. We're back to Mimosa.
It's okay. I'm pretty sure one of the hobbitses got grabbed at this part in the story.
I think it was the Frodo.
Yeah, Frodo's the one that got grabbed, and then Sam ran
The
in to get
basic
it.
watcher doesn't have fucking
Did Aragorn cut his tentacle off?
No, Sam did.
Oh.
That makes sense. I am the most openly gay character.
Yep.
Oof.
Okay, so longbow again. Since it's wounded, it gets this.
Yeah.
Colossus Slayer.
Yeah.
I feel like you should do more damage than 5.
That's
Yeah, Colossus
that's
Slayer.
added damage. I have to see if I
Okay.
hit.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you hit.
Yeah.
Okay,
So-
and then again.
That's
6 plus 7 plus.
You also forgot Marksman.
Yeah, ignore the 7 because that's on the crit.
Oh, okay.
Again.
So, pretty good.
And again. And again.
Colossus
Yeah.
Slayer only procs once.
Yeah,
Is it?
only once per turn.
Yep.
However, again,
Yeah,
if you have
only once per turn.
your marks, your marksman thing on it,
Your
Hunter's Mark. There we go.
Yeah,
Hunter's
Hunter's
Mark
Mark should go
Yeah.
off then.
Hunter's Mark procs every time.
Okay, then 2 rolls of that. Which
As
is 8
your-
anyway.
As your arrows hit, it's gonna do pretty dear damage. Those of you who speak the black speech can hear it go, ow, ow! Oh, come on, it's just one tasty little goblin.
Would Arena's draconic dialect make it out, or
Yeah, you'd be able to understand it. Dragons speak a very erudite version of the black speech. So while he sounds a little rough, you understand.
Oh, I have an idea then.
Okay.
But I have to wait till my turn.
At this point,
Flog.
I'm just trying to make him drop my friend.
Okay.
Flog, it's your turn.
It's the tentacle that has Gorthy within, like, close to the ground.
I mean, yeah, it's wrapped around her, so like it's got to be like.
I'd like to draw my longsword, move over here, and attempt to cut it off, and go while growling, "No food for you! No food for you!" Slash.
All right,
Oh, thank you.
that hits.
Cool. 9 slashing damage, and gonna hit it again. This time, does that hit?
Yeah, that also hits, just barely, but yeah.
Whew. I finally remembered I was going to put my damn roll on it. Where is it? Combat superiority. Precision attack. When you make a weapon attack against a creature, you can expend one of your superiority dice and add it to the attack roll. Okay, that actually doesn't help me any. Never mind. I thought it was damage. I'm attempting to cut the tentacle off to free Gorthy.
All right. You slash into the tentacle, and you don't cut all the way through, but you cut about halfway through.
All right.
So it's still got a grip, but you did some big damage on that arm.
Cool.
Ow!
Drop the goblin, or lose the arm.
Oh, but it's so tasty.
Drop the goblin or lose the arm. Not difficult.
Oh, it'll take so long to grow it back, but I can tell this one's gonna be worth it.
Ooh.
Ew.
Sildra?
All right. She's going to run up to here. Oh, how much movement was that? Dead.
Oh, more little snacks. Oh,
That was-
my favorite.
15 feet of movement. Okay.
I
Okay,
can't
the
remember
longer
the
you-
last time I've tasted elf.
The longer you do that, the more Ronald Reagan you sound.
I faced self last
Yeah.
night, fucker.
Yeah.
She's going to aim for that same arm.
Don't you mean Nixon?
Yeah, damn.
20.
I'm sorry.
Okay, that hits.
Okay. It's holding Dorothy, so she's within 5 feet of it, isn't she?
Yes.
Damn it. 9.
Okay. Yeah.
Aiming for that same arm. And then
Yeah.
with her offhand swing. God damn it.
The plus side with the 9, I'm gonna say that you managed to like slice the arm so much that it can no longer have a solid grip of Dorothy, and Dorothy is released.
Cool. And then after that, going to move back to 15, so I'm gonna go here.
Oh no, come back. It's been so long since I've tasted Burkwood Health.
I don't know what it's saying though. I just hear these fucking noises.
It really wants to eat you. And also
Tell it
me.
it's off.
Dorothy, it's your turn.
Dorothy is going to take the disengage action and move away.
Alright.
By the way, Sotra says to piss off.
Aragorn's gonna grab Flog and pull him as far as Flog will allow.
He's fine with leaving.
You're gonna have to move Flog because I can't move you without moving the water.
Nope. No problem. How far is
Should have
he
made that
moving?
background. To the fucking entrance if we can.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Like,
You're being
Flog-
pulled away, so I figure it's fine.
He's ready to leave, but he's not leaving people behind.
Okay, Arena.
Arena, had an idea, but then it just slipped out of my mind. So, Arena is going to flare out, illusory wings from her back, and in draconic deep speech, creature of Morgoth, who are you?
Oh.
Because I imagine it would pick out dragon deep speech.
Excuse me, I did not realize I was in the company of an exalted one.
I am here.
I am the watcher in the water.
We are here at the behest of Smog the Golden,
Smaug the Golden,
the last of the greater Loki.
the great Urlok. Oh, well, that is quite interesting. I was placed here to watch the resting places of the great Balrogs of Morgoth. And I have had many a feast in doing our master's dread work. I apologize for attacking your underlings. I thought you were merely a normal rabble of looters. Does Smaug know that Sauron has sent his agents here?
All I know is that Sauron does not have the ring, and is trying to call on his followers without that power. So they are currently he is currently.
He was always impetuous. I blame it on his good looks. Of course, he doesn't look so good now.
So as far as Smog's concerned, as one of the firstborns of Morgoth, he has an equal claim to what Sauron is claiming.
I do not wish to take part in a power struggle.
By
I
attacking,
take my orders from Morgoth.
by attacking us, you kind of did.
Well, to be fair, I did not know you were here for Smaug. If you had said such to begin with, I could have avoided this, he says while looking at his sliced up tentacle.
Mimosa is still aiming her bow at it because she doesn't know what the fuck is being said.
Well, you didn't ask.
Are you sure you did all of these?
Unfortunately, yes, because if we're going against these Balrogs,
Oh, the Balrogs shouldn't be They are servants of Morgoth. If you explain that Smaug has a counterclaim, they may be willing to listen. Depends on which Balrog, I suppose. Some of them
And you
were
were
very keen on Sauron. He was so pretty back in the day.
Well, given how
Sir,
is currently has a lot of goals, he is also quite fetching as well.
I'm sure it would be fun to poke his crevices. But that's nothing for an old squid to think about.
Smog the Golden currently lays claim to Moria and currently has a community of spiders of Ungoliants, goblins of the Misty Mountains, dwarves, elves, and men.
I did not realize he was so ambitious. He may be the likes of which we have not seen since Glaurung of old.
The offer extends to you too if you wish to hear his claim.
You make an interesting offer. But I have no master save Morgoth, and he is long from this world. I will do his business and keep this pass clear. If Smaug does the work of Morgoth, his people have right to go through Moria, just as Sauron's do.
Farewell then, Watcher.
Farewell, Arena, Herald of Smaug. May you do well in your quest. The Watcher retreats back into the water.
it looks between that and Arena. What did you do?
That was apparently a creature following the bidding of Morgoth, and I simply invoked Smog's counterclaim as inheritor of Morgoth's will.
Tried to
Very
deal.
cleverly played.
Also tried to see if it could wheel and deal one of our party members as a snack.
It apparently was sent here by Morgoth to guard the resting places of the Balrog.
Balrog. Do I know what better Balrog is?
You've heard, like, nightmare stories. They're
Should I
mentioned in
history
war.
check that?
Yeah, you should do. You got, like, you know, it's like if you know who Erwin Rommel was.
I think
I
Balrog was a guy who punches a lot.
I don't. Sotra got an 11.
Nope.
Country bumpkin. I'm not gonna know.
Would Smog have told Arena anything about them?
You know, Smart, like, he's name-dropped Balrogs in some of his history lectures, but he never went into great detail about them. You know that they were big bad guys who served Morgoth and, for a time, perhaps Sauron.
Well, either
They
way,
were a big deal, and, you know, now they're extinct by everyone's account.
well, he said that they're resting here, and Sauron's underlings have been through here to try to recruit them. Either way, if they do, that's probably bad for all of us, so it might be worth trying to pose a counterclaim for them.
If they listen.
If they listen, but
Got snow. Listen.
either way, if we don't run into them, good. If we do, well, that's probably our only way out of it.
Well, ready to enter the mine?
All right,
Are you okay, Dorothy?
I've had worse. She plucks one of those. She plucks a suction cup off of her.
So,
All right.
TT, out of curiosity, did we
Yeah.
do a lot of damage to that guy, or were we fucked?
You guys did, like, roughly about 50 damage or so. Don't check my math, people who listen. Also, apologies for that joke earlier. Jesus. That's gonna weigh on my conscience. Anyways, you guys did a decent chunk of damage, but it has 130 HP.
And And also, it didn't use as much of the legendary actions it could have done.
Well, I mean, you guys weren't in range at first. If you guys hadn't de-escalated the fight on its next turn, it would have crawled closer and been within range of a lot of you.
I'm guessing it has a lot of multi-target attacks.
And that would have been bad.
Yeah, because it's an Aboleth. Aboleth are fucking enslaved.
And I'm pretty sure you guys, at least one of you, would fail some of your con saves, and then things would get real bad.
Yeah.
You found a way to cut that fight off right just at the right moment. Anyways, let's go into Moria, where nothing worse awaits.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, pit fiends. Yay. Ooh, strictly speaking, math hammer wise, we could have chunked through them.
You probably it would not be impossible for you to have killed the Aboleth.
Yeah. Just.
But it would have been dicey.
Yeah, I think it would have fucked us over, but I think we could have beaten it.
Just hope it would try to enslave me, because I'm immune to that shit.
Just give me a moment to revel in actually scaring the piss out of you guys with a stats game for just a moment.
Fucking
After Conquered Worm, that feels so nice.
Use Aboleth stats.
Oh, yes. Oh, good.
Most DMs run low-level
I'll let
campaigns.
you revel in that, because Aboleths are fucking terrifying, no matter
Yep.
what.
Yeah.
Well, let's go forward, and surely nothing worse will await us.
I'm sure. Sure, we'll be
So you
fine.
guys enter the mines of Moria.
Oh yeah, the door opened, because they did speak friends in Elvish.
Yeah, you did it. You got through. And you even convinced the Aboleth that you were okay to let through, so he didn't destroy the door after you, like in the book.
Ooh.
Because that's how this ends in Fellowship. They get away from the Watcher, but in the process, the Watcher completely smashes the entrance, so they can't get out the way they came.
So they have to go through.
They have to go through, and things just get more and more fucked from there. Anyways, I'm sure it'll be a pleasant time for you guys.
Sore loser.
So you enter the Mines of Moria, and you are immediately struck when you enter this great dwarven hall. You're struck with a sense of deja vu, but worse. It reminds you very much of what it felt like entering the ruin of Erebor when you went in to diplomatize Smog. But worse. Like, shit went down here. It's not a case of one dragon burst in the front room, smashed some stuff, and scared a bunch of people into leaving and burned those that tried to stay. This is something bad happened here. Like My Little Pony movie JPEG of Spike. Something bad happened. There are fucking axe gouges in the wall. Decades old blood stains. The reek of decay. And dust and grime. This is a place that was witness to a massacre. You step around and your feet find not only rubble and broken effects of people's daily lives, but eventually bone and bits of armor and chunks of congealed matter that was once flesh but is now rotted to the point where it's almost fucking dirt.
I don't like this place.
That's called soil.
So, as you guys are going through this chamber, would anyone like to make... is it just a perception check in 5th edition, or is there a search check?
There's an investigation check.
There's
Investigation. We'll say investigation.
There's also survival.
Arena, I'm going to give you an advantage on this, by the way.
Not that I needed it, because I rolled a 24.
I got an 18.
I don't have
Soft
anything
20.
in investigation, so it's just okay.
24 is not enough.
Really?
Yeah. Well, that's a shame.
Hold on. Huh, my investigation expertise isn't proc, so that should actually be double my proficiency on that one, so let me fix that. Pretty sure I added it
We could also say with the others there are enough to assist you. That's how it works in Pathfinder, where you can
Yeah,
just...
it's good. There's group investigation checks.
Yeah, you can do group checks. Group checks
All
are
right,
fun.
so that 24 should be a what's 24 plus 3? 27.
Okay, yeah, that's enough. Arena, because you spent a lot of time in Erebor with Belmont, he's taught you how to find all kinds of hidden doors. So as you guys are going through Moria, you find broken rooms that were once armories but are now emptied of everything of worth. You find treasure chambers that are likewise just completely fucking robbed. Arena, however, you find a secret door, and you open it, and inside you find a treasure chamber that no one discovered, with a 10,000 GP in it, as well as a book.
Oi, lads and lasses, we found something good in here.
Oh.
10,000 GP and a book. Arena dusts off the book.
Careful with that.
Okay. The book is written in Dwarvish.
That's dwarvish. Probably a book of grudges of some sort. Damn it, Raves, I gave you that one.
Does anyone speak Dwarvish?
Nope.
I chuckled.
It would be very unlikely that anybody does speak Dwarvish.
Because we're not dwarves.
Oh, there we go.
Throw it in the knapsack. That it'll keep.
Arena's gonna ask in her head about the ring. Can you make any of this out?
I don't really have eyeballs.
Oh, that's right. Right.
I can try and read your thoughts, but you're kind of not really recognizing the symbols, so it's just sort of coming out as gibberish.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. I haven't been very helpful lately.
Oh, that's understandable. We can't be helpful all the time.
It's very understanding of you.
I have to tell Revine Klaus this constantly. He wants to make so much toys, but all he can make is bullets.
I really want to make a rocking horse!
What?
Klaus wants to make a rocking horse, but he can't. All he can do is make bullets.
Then we have a new objective.
Hey, none of you know what...
Drogoth looks at the book and sort of tilts his head. It says mining expedition.
Oh, right.
Still finding the dragon's
Dwarven?
voice.
You speak Dwarven?
Yes, I live in a dwarven house.
Fair enough.
Alright, tell us the one. What can you make out of it?
And the little dragon sits on the book, which is almost the size of his body, and begins reading the pages. Boring. 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 Ooh, mithril. There's mithril here.
Is that
Ooh, lots of mithril. Apparently the veins go deep, deep down into the mountain.
that's
Ooh,
good?
fascinating. Oh, it goes... The more deep they go, the more mithril there is. There's a fortune in here.
Oh no. Well,
Oh.
we
This
don't
is
need.
strange. Apparently, it's just gibberish. Way is shut. Fire and flame. Now this is rubbish. This person was losing their mind.
Huh. Mentioned Balrog burial place. Ring, what's a Balrog? If you know.
When Morgoth rebelled, there were a bunch of other less powerful deities that rebelled with him. And the vast majority of them were turned into the Balrogs, which are incredibly powerful servants of Morgoth. They have wings made of fire and bodies made of coal and horns and teeth. Probably best to avoid. They were, for the most part, very loyal to Morgoth, and Morgoth wanted to destroy the world. So they're very indiscriminate with who they attack.
Oh, goody. Mm.
But the positive side is that the ring pauses, clearly considering something. Most people think they're gone, although there have been some rumors that some may have survived.
The Watcher did mention this is the resting place for the Balrog, and that's one of Sauron's...
Well, yes, but a great deal of the Balrog did die. There's a possibility that they are dead here, but a smart Lord of Evil would check just to be sure, because even one Balrog would be a very big advantage in a war effort.
Oh.
It may be best to get out of here as quickly as possible.
Yeah, sounds about right. Let's try to find the exit then.
At that moment, you all hear, because you got pretty good investigation checks. Actually, you know what? Let's make a perception check.
Oh, joy.
Yoy.
No, don't rape here.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah, Mimosa.
Nat one! No!
Alright, Mimosa and Flog. Yep, Mimosa and Flog. I should do one for Aragorn, too. Okay, Mimosa and Flog. You hear... Oh wait, that's 2d6. Doi. Okay, there we go. Yeah, Mimosa and Flog.
I'm Ranger, you are.
You know what? He's you know, he's a teenage boy. He's thinking of girls. And maybe boys too. Mimosa and Flog, you hear in like a couple rooms away the sound of metal boots clacking on the floor.
Mimosa's ears perk up a little, and she hushes everybody real quiet. She says, "Shush, quiet." Does anybody else hear that?
Yeah.
And anyone who speaks the black speech hears someone say, "Find the stuff." "Yeah, I'll find the stuff." "Good. God, they're spooky, aren't they?" "Yeah, they're real spooky. One dress is kind of cool, though." "Oh, Jesus Christ, don't do that." "What?" Don't have a crush on the boss." "I'm not having I'm just saying, it just is cool."
What
You
are
ever
they
talk-
saying?
Remember when we were working for Bolg and you started getting him flowers? I just thought he looked nice. He almost made you. I just thought he could appreciate what I was bringing.
What are they saying?
"I'm sick of seeing you get your heart broken.
Oh,
You need someone who loves you for who you are."
Oh my god.
You're beginning to... You're just... What are you even talking about? Wouldn't it be nice if we could just leave all this behind? Get a little out somewhere, rob people, and eat them together, you and me. We should get back to work. Oh God. Oh no.
Did you just get friend zoned?
Oh no!
And then you hear the clacking of metal boots.
They're moving away, right?
Yeah, they're moving away.
So Flock will turn and reiterate most of the conversation. Not verbatim, but as much as he can. Added to, I think there's some sort of commander here, and there's a love triangle. I'm going to put a question mark on that one. It's fraternizing within the troops. I don't think that ever ends well, but it's...
One of them keeps putting his heart out there and always gets burned.
Regardless, they're kind of trying to kill and just kill people for no reason.
Well, at least we know to be cautious because there are still orcs here.
Oh, yes, but at the rate they're gabbing, they'll never notice as we sneak around.
Do we want to leave them alone if they're looking for things here?
It sounds like they're part of a larger group. We could try and pick them off here.
You said that this guy, the boss, looking cool.
Yeah, there is some sort of commander here.
Alright. Could be one of the Nazgul, as far as you know.
Some
They
of them-
do dress pretty cool.
Oh, jinx. Dorothy owes me a soda.
So, right, that's probably a bad idea. So we probably need to get out of here as quickly as possible. If there's like a whole army of... Oh no.
I love it. Just hear the Discord online notification, then, oh no.
Why do I hear music in the background?
Why do you hear boss music? It's like some idiots playing their own boss music.
I should,
For
we
those
should
who don't,
move cautiously from now on.
for those who don't know, Gray is a bit late, so Crambo just popped into the chat,
Hey, Grandpa.
which is kind of hilariously like was the perfect moment for him to arrive.
Gray, you're gonna have to wait a bit. Your character will join up with ours in Lothlorien. First, everyone's got to get through Moria, which will be a cakewalk. It's fine.
That's perfect. Alrighty. I'm glad I got that moment of, oh no.
Oh no.
I literally just got back home, so...
I'm imagining that the ominous Crambone theme would be dueling banjos, but orchestrated like the Ringwraith themes in Lord of the Rings.
Oh god, yes.
Yeah, for context, Gray, we cut away to see Crambone playing music with,
Yeah, specifically Crambone and Durza split off from the rest of the group to tail Cecil for a while and are going to meet up with them in Lothlorien. And when we had to take a short break, we cut away to Crambone and Cecil playing in a jug band with some other goblins while Durza just watches on in utter confusion.
Fantastic. I love this, and this is canon.
Speaking of break, you guys can keep going. I will just pop in and figure out what you're doing, but I have to go get my laundry.
Right.
Keep going.
I'll mute myself so you can continue with your story.
Okay.
But no, your boy's back in town.
Kill you?
yeah,
Boy is back in town.
The boy.
The
So
question is, do any of us know the way out of
You?
Moria?
you have a rough guide, but it's a pass through a fucking mountain. It's going to take a while.
Like,
Alright.
if we really wanted to, we could just go back the way we came. But that's even more backtrack.
And
Yeah.
then you have to go around a fucking mountain.
Yeah.
And time is on the essence on this mission.
Time's of the essence, so let's just push on, and we'll deal with whatever comes to us when we come to it.
All right, cool. Do the 5th edition equivalent of stealth checks, which I think is still
Okay.
stealth.
Yeah, it's stealth check. Oh yeah.
And Girl Arena.
There we go.
Still.
Okay,
Alright, you still.
Rangers have an ability, I think.
God
God damn it, Sotra!
Mimosa will get through her ring of invisibility.
Sotra, what the fuck? You got +6!
Which means...
Is that for Aragorn?
room stealth check?
Sneaking through the mines of Moria.
The person clad out in fucking noblewoman's attire is the stealthiest.
You all do very well until Erina trips over a femur and lands in a pile of skeletons and armor, making a very large clattering noise.
God damn it, JT. That's 23, damn it.
You all stand stock still for a moment because that was a very loud noise. You wait, and you hear the clack of boots. And eventually, coming down the hallway, there's an orc in armor that bears a white hand on it. And he's like, "Gosh darn it, Paul Bucket, did you trip again?" Uh-oh.
Whip out a bow and aim an arrow at him.
He raises his hands up. Are you, Mordor reinforcements? Friendly. Oh shit, there's humans. Common. Hello, I am a friend.
Stop.
I like how like the three people who can speak black speech said nothing, so this idiot can humiliate himself.
Yes, we're reinforcements.
Oh, okay. Oh, jeez. Scared the shit out of me, he says in black
Arena
speech.
in her own black speech says, "The Watcher let us through."
Oh, yeah, jeez. He ate 5 of our guys.
Can Sotra try and stealth again, like, into the pile of bones?
I mean, you're currently face down in the bones, and he's mainly noticing the human.
Oh, you said Erina tripped earlier.
No, I meant Sotra. You're the one who beefed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he has a bit of a look at Mimosa, but
Wait a second.
humans probably come in small varieties, right?
But Mimosa has a visibility ring on, so he wouldn't know.
Oh, shit! Yeah. So
Wait just a second. He told me it had been ages since he ate goblin. You say he ate some of your guys?
Orc is different than goblin.
So, listen, I don't think there's
that manipulative asshole.
I don't think there's a difference between goblins and orcs, but some people think that there is a distinction there, that we're different races. I am blind to that.
He was trying to guilt me.
Maybe we taste different. Maybe goblins look like they'd be juicier. I haven't eaten goblin, so I wouldn't know. I have eaten orc before. Yeah, there was that one time there was a famine, and Cousin Tim just had to go.
I find orc is usually a lot smokier, but it's more of a regional thing than a size thing.
Yeah. I haven't had Mordor orc, but I've heard it's very gamey because they're so live and muscular.
Yeah.
Which group do you belong to?
I used to be of the Sabertouch clan down by Fanghorn. But I am now a proud papa of a litter of Urukai. So
congratulations.
That's why I've got this spiffy white hand.
The white hand, who is that? I've not seen a mark like that.
Oh, well, that's it. And he puts his finger to his lips. Big secret. And you know how the big boss, big old floating eye is. He likes to have his little secret plots and where it's supposed to keep zipped.
It's a total power play on his part, isn't it?
Yeah. So what if you just took Sauron's name, added an M, and rearranged a couple of the vowels?
That sounds lazy as fuck.
People have similar names sometimes.
That is true. My neighbor had a kid named Dorothy for a while.
Arena in her head. Wait a minute. Wasn't that the other White Wizard's name? Arena said
Sauron.
that in her head, so only 3 things would hear her.
Yes, I remember hearing about Saruman. Gandalf thought he was a bit of a tool.
I'm back.
And then
Oh,
the
right.
ring just snickers.
We ran into, I'm assuming, one of the lead orcs. He had a white hand on his arm, kind of.
Everyone succeeded their stealth check, but Sotra as she beat.
Yeah, the rogue failed a stealth check.
She beefed it and fell into a pile of skeletons and armor, and she's still there, so the orc hasn't realized she's not human, and just thinks that this party is a group of reinforcements, because there are men who work for Sauron.
Mm-hmm. Orcs and humans is all he's seen at the moment.
And Mimosa is currently under the invisibility ring.
Alright. That's what she would have done anyway.
Yeah.
Lying still in bones.
So,
Hating her life, as usual.
I guess you take it down below.
Anyway, soldier, we are currently a part of the auditing team sent from Mordor to make sure all of the groups are doing as they're supposed to be.
Oh,
So
Christ.
apparently there's a group of goblins who went rogue in the Misty Mountains. So
Oh, gee, well, we have been up to snuff.
as you have, soldier.
I know the boss is so big on order. And I'm very happy, he says. Let's make a bluff check for him.
That's a deception.
Insight.
No, he's bluffing, so that's a deception.
Yeah, deception.
Yeah, sorry. That's an 8 deception on his part. I'm very happy that we're doing things the boss's way again, and not the way we've been doing for the past several generations. But, you know, the Nazgul downstairs are in the middle of a really big operation, and I don't think they need the red tape right now.
Oh, the Nazgul? How many of them are here?
2, which is plenty.
Oh,
We don't need more. Please, we are good with 2.
it's this fight. Which ones? I hear some are worse than others.
They're both very competent warriors, and I say I'm on the record as approving of their leadership.
Look, you don't have to go through that song and dance with us. Our concern is just that things get done. We don't.
Well, they are doing things, and I am doing a good job, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Tell them I'm doing a good job.
We'll put in a good word for you.
We do need to know which ones they are so we can, you know...
Well, everything's going according to... Well, okay. When Talion found word of what's down here, he did send for Boba Fett. So the Misty Mountains are currently vacated, but Boba Fett is going right back there when we're done.
Okay.
The 2 mercenaries. Fuck.
We just need to be up to date on these things. We're not here to judge.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
as he's marking down on the map, all official like.
We are short staffed. We have lost a lot of orcs.
All right. We'll send word to the boss of the conditions here, and we'll get a move on.
We did find a cave troll.
Oh, you found a cave troll?
We found a cave troll. We're adding him to the army. He's kind of he's a little feral. I guess he kind of grew up here without parents, so
Does he have a name?
I've been calling him Dipey because he's got a diaper.
Oh.
But we could give him a better name. Hammer Fist.
According to that document, that would probably be a copyright strike on your part.
Clubfoot? Mikey?
Yeah.
We could call him Mikey.
That is more reasonable. We shall knock down Mikey the Chafel. It's a part of the forces list.
You can call him what?
Mikey.
Mikey, okay.
Like Michelangelo, but Mikey for short.
I heard Reiki, and I was trying to figure out what the fuck Reiki is.
A pet name for Riker from Next Gen?
I guess?
All right, this stealth inspection has went very well for you, Mr.
Grapple Grouse.
Mr. Grabblegrass.
Yes.
The self-inspection has been very well. You investigated the noise quite spiffingly,
Of course.
and so we would appreciate if you don't inform the others
We-
about our auditing, because if everyone knows the audit is here, they'll
Yeah.
hide.
Yeah, you know what? I'm cool with that. You know, the bosses downstairs, they are so wound up. I don't think they need anything else. Apparently, the thing they're looking for, that elvish weapon, is just real hard to find.
We do have some concerns, however, that there is some on-the-job fraternizing going on.
No, we have nothing but business.
It says elven weapons. Socher's ears twitch.
Come on. You know that sort of thing impedes production.
It contributes to
Snaggletooth
reproduction.
has been writing love poetry for Talion.
All right. I think that
Well,
Snaggletooth
but
should take some. I think that Snaggletooth deserves a vacation to get their heads sorted together, get all this off their chest before they are fit to work again. Tell them.
Oh, that's Oh, we were just gonna eat him, but okay, yeah.
That is a complete waste of manpower. You want your manpower to be of acute mind.
Well, I mean, it is Snaggletooth we're talking about, but yeah, sure. We'll give him vacation.
All right. Remember, a workforce that doesn't take care of itself is useless. You gotta
Yeah.
look out for you sometimes.
We having some reforms in the army of Sauron?
Fuck you.
Well, it is in the recommendation of the auditing team. There are several groups of us going around to make sure we're operating at tip-top shape. Even some spies with an airborne, and let me tell ya.
Try to have a repeat of last time. Try to avoid having a repeat of last time, you know?
Hey, I'm for it. Count me on board.
Anyways, we'll be getting a move on.
Oh, all right.
On the ground, mouthing, "What the fuck?"
And he goes off.
But he's out of earshot. Fog will look over and go, what is an audit? That seemed to be a magical word almost.
Mimosa takes her ring off, and she's got the bitchiest bitch face you've ever seen on her. I can't believe that fucking just worked.
This is
But
bad.
what is an audit?
I imagine fucking Sauron in the ring is doing like two hands clasped together in front of his face.
Yeah.
Concern.
Erina, you just hear what starts off very quiet, but then just like that kind of laughter that builds into hysterics from the ring. That was funny.
After where you gotta go, are you fucking okay?
Because he's
very
evil.
bad. What kind of elven weapon would be here?
Maybe something they gave the dwarves? I have no idea.
Sauron told many of his lesser forces that the One Ring was an elvish weapon, specifically because orcs tend to fear elvish magic, and thus would be less inclined to use the One Ring's power for themselves.
Well, the Nazgul. So, as if I'm correct, they were probably still looking for the One Ring.
What if they find it?
It's not a Moria.
It is too, you lying shit!
Oh, sorry. Let me roll deception on that one.
Do you have stats for the ring?
Not anymore.
Well, fuck!
Holy
Wow.
No, that's Scans, it's Sauron.
He's a fucking god. Like, he's in D&D terms, he's a fucking god.
Also, he was the deceiver, so that's
Yeah,
Scans.
it's kind of his shtick. It's like asking, hey Loki, do a deception check. Let's see how it works.
Oh, it's funny. I got a natural 20.
So I believe so.
So
Well, if it was in Moria with Balrogs, I'm pretty sure someone would have found it ages ago.
Fair point.
Well,
Still,
dwarves like hoarding things. They may have other weapons.
there's also Mithril down there.
Mm-hmm.
and
And
there's
Sauron's army, equipped with Mithril weapons and armor, is a
Yeah,
very...
but there's only 6 of us, and we're not an army.
There's not much of them either, beyond the ring race. Which,
There's 2 of them, though.
we should know what they've found at least, so we can warn people
mm-hmm.
if it's actually something dangerous. All we'd have to do is sneak down there. Maybe some of us could be a little better at it.
Ow!
If they detect, well, the invisibility won't work. 'Cause they detect ring powers.
Which is why we have to rely on our own stealth. We should not have to get that close to see what it is.
More concerningly, however, is apparently the other white wizard is working with them.
That is a problem.
Okay, I've learned it from Smog, but he mentioned Sauron with a little M added is Saruman.
Is this Saruman important?
You know Gandalf? It's like him, but more powerful.
So,
What?
and Aragorn says, Gandalf talked about Saruman like a person talks about their boss. So Saruman has more power than Gandalf did, and also seems to be a bit of a prick, at least in Gandalf's view.
So
Oh, that's fantastic.
If he's
Well,
working
they
with
haven't-
Sauron, that's confirmed.
So yeah, it's for a very good reason. We avoided Isengard.
Hmm.
Guess we
Also,
can-
does anyone know what an Urukai is?
Bureaucracy is, I would know what that is, right?
I think all of
You would know if you spoke the Black Tongue.
Oh, I do, but it's probably not a word used too much.
it's if I recall, it's half orcs, half orc.
Hmm.
Oh,
And the commander said he had a litter of them.
Of which he is very proud.
Hmm.
Alright,
We
but
probably should have killed that guy, right?
present company not included, most orcs do not have children. Orcs do not have children consensually.
That's a stereotype.
I said present company. Look, you were part of a group of goblins. We've firmly established that not all of you are like that. Okay,
Oh.
but I fought orcs. I was nearly killed by orcs. I know how a vast majority of them work.
I still think that's a pretty crippling generalization.
It maybe so, but
so are you?
these are all.
So, Sartor, what you're saying is Dorothy's one of the good ones.
Jesus H. Fuck.
God damn it!
You know, she's blind to that sort of thing.
Yeah, she got fucking stabbed through by them and her arm sliced.
I
She has
mean,
a good reason to be pissed about
you
orcs.
know, in
Yeah.
Sotra's defense, she's technically partly right.
Yeah.
She's phrasing it a little.
Yeah, she's being social about it.
We're having some race discussion today.
Again, these are the only orcs that she would have seen.
Either way, it would probably be
In the distance, the banjo music stops for a brief second.
A banjo chord snaps.
Twang.
somewhere. Sotra's being a racist.
Oh my god!
I
God
just want you to
damn it,
know,
Sotra.
Sotra,
Point from personal,
I'm
Anyway,
offended
involvement.
on Dorothy's behalf, Sotra.
Orcs have emotional needs too.
Any who's it?
Okay.
I'm not saying they don't. I know you got. I know you. I know Durza.
Oh, let's
We know plenty of orcs in
lads and lasses, we can move on. We have more pressing matters to deal with besides Sotra's inbuilt racism.
Should we go ahead and clean out the orcs here?
Well, there's 2 Nazgul and maybe awakened Balrog.
Yes, and
What you know for sure is 2 Nazgul, 3 orcs, 1 cave troll, possibly more. Of any. Well, probably not more Nazgul, but still.
That was also their commander, I think.
The way I see it, we have 2 options. Option 1 is to sneak out of here as fast as we can fucking go and make sure that in Lothlorien they know that Saruman has betrayed everybody. Or we can sneak down there and see what they have and then sneak the fuck out of here and do the same goddamn thing.
That would probably be smarter.
Yes. And I have an idea when we leave.
Yeah?
Why don't we collapse the exit?
With what? Oh, with the magic.
Yeah, that's over at Erina.
Sorry. Heavy magic.
Gun cocking.
Yeah, magic and explosions are new to Flog.
Yeah. We collapse the exit. They can still get out the other way, but there's an angry watcher out there.
And on the other side is just, lack of civilization. I mean, like the side that we came from, which is the side they have to exit through, is the lack of civilization. That's a great plan, Sotra.
Thank you.
Smart and sexy.
Oh, excuse you?
And he's just got a shit-eating grin. He is purposely doing it at this point.
I'm gonna find a way. I'm going to find a way.
Sotra, come on. We have more pressing matters. Aragorn, I'd much rather not have to watch your back through this entire thing.
Oh,
Fine.
Trust me, she's not unhinged.
Growl from Sotra.
just make some concerned noises. Concerned
Alright,
orc
so-
noises.
How do you guys want to stealth down,
So, I mean,
so-
we don't all need to stealth down. 2 of us have invisibility rings.
Do
And I'm
we-
pretty stealthy by default.
do we-
Yes, but if you use
you should emphasize to them that you cannot use your ring.
Oh, right. Shit.
we cannot use a ring since they'll think we'll have ring power. So
That's right.
They would notice the magical rings.
Doesn't somebody have pass without a trace?
Yeah, I do.
Sweet.
Oh. Hey, who's the stealthiest one here?
Probably me.
What's your... I don't know. What's your stealth?
10.
Fuck, what? How do you 10 stealth? Holy shit, you're a
Goblin.
barbarian.
Why are you guys assigning numbers to skills? Isn't that kind of arbitrary?
out of character, Arena has a 7.
How?
So
It's a game we play.
Arena,
Aragorn just looks at you guys like you're nuts.
Mimosa, I'm going to flavor pass without a trace with her showing people how to wrap their boots so they don't make noise and wrap their armor so it doesn't clang so much.
Alternatively, we could just bluff our way like we've been doing.
I do not think that would work with an Nazgul.
Just do this and try to be fucking quiet, guys.
Alright, let's go.
Okay.
So
Roll stealth.
everybody gets a +10 to this.
22. Why are
Yeah.
there sneakers in the road? What the fuck?
Okay. Everyone gets a plus. So everyone's at least in the
No,
20s.
rows are sneaky.
Because all these have a +10 to it, so we all got at least in the 20s. Except for Gorthy, which has 40 on a nat 20. Jesus Christ.
Gorthy
Alright.
vanishes from sight.
Okay.
Walking away like a xenomorph.
She disappears and like, wait, I thought we couldn't use the ring.
Hard mode's not
Who's
technically
this
in this
orky
section. I'm
person?
still rolling for shits and giggles. So
They just go, wait, wasn't there somebody
Okay,
else?
so scroll down to the bottom, please.
delete Durza and Crambone because they aren't here.
Oh yeah, shit.
I just enjoy rolling while I'm still in the chat.
This is what she does.
So which is the Vanguard, here or here?
You came from, well, forward is, Ma.
All right, Serena's in the back.
All right. Who wants to go forward a bit?
I guess Fog will move forward a little bit. He has some beef. Right. Going to the left, right?
Serena will be in the middle.
Soldier's going to be in the middle. Is with Erina.
If we came to a fork, which way are we going on the fork? Guess up.
Yep.
Oh,
Go.
so happy we're stealthing.
Go ahead, move yourselves.
There's a cave troll. Thing.
Mimosas being very
Yep,
cautious.
there's a big cave troll.
Oh.
The big cave troll is sitting. There are two Nazgul, taller and more heavily armored than Cecil was, and the three orcs you have seen so far, sort of, standing around a fire, and the orcs are the ones with the fire, because even though they can see very well in the dark, this is, as SpongeBob would say, advanced darkness. The cave troll's doing fine, and the Nazgul are doing fine, but the orcs actually need torchlight at this point because it is dark. Which way? Yes, chaps, tell us which way to the sleeping gentleman. According to a dwarvish map, it's one of these. Chaps, which one? We're not sure. Well, chaps, there's a very simple solution. Go down them and find the Balrog. But according to the book, he's very cranky. He might You can wake the Balrog, who might kill you, or you can stay, and I will kill you. All right. I'll take the middle one. You go to the right, and Mikey, you could stay here. Oh yeah, of course. I'd love to stay here. Yes. Hello, Mikey. And I'm going up here. So, how you doing?
Oh, this guy.
I'm doing very, very well. So you're looking for a ring? Yes, I am looking for an elvish ring. I found this on a corpse. That's a lug nut. But you can wear it like a ring. If you want. The other ringgrave just sort of puts his hood in his hands. Jesus Christ.
Mimosa is doing the same exact motion.
Archer, it's a dead end here, sir. Oh, Jesus Christ, I thought I was gonna die. Oh, stiff up a lip chap. If you died, it would have been in the service of the Grand Empire. Of course.
God, Mikey can do so much better.
And you all hear a rumbling.
Oh, fuck.
Oh shit. Did you find it? And suddenly the chamber is lit up with flame, which is then doused partially with shadow. You all feel something very ominous. I would like you all to make stealth checks again, please.
Okay.
Do we still have Pass Without a Trace on?
Yeah, we still have that on. She's still
It's-
concentrating on that.
Yeah, it's up for.
19.
18. No, so 28.
Yay.
Damn.
Oh, so I've been
God.
to 35. That's fun.
35 for me, too.
So true. So true. You kind of.
Hi there, buddy.
Fucking picture.
Yes, I have. Fuck off.
Okay, most of you managed to blend into the wall, but Erina, you are just like as this fucking demon of fire and shadow emerges out of the earth, out of the fucking tunnel, his body filling the space. And the heat, the infernal heat, immediately filling the cave as he lumbers out, clutching a cup that says, "Yes, I have wings, fuck off," and walking in his pajamas and bunny and fuzzy slippers. As this fucking demon emerges out of the tunnel, you are so shocked, you can't help but stand there. Even as the ring is like, run, 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 run.
Wait a minute, I think I have an advantage on fear saving throws.
Yeah, but
You're
you
not-
don't have advantage on failing your stealth check.
Even though that's a 19?
Isn't your stealth a 9?
No, it's
Pass without
Trace.
trace.
Oh shit! Right, fine, then you're okay.
Yeah.
You guys all blend into the walls as this fucking Balrog comes out in his fucking PJs.
Kay was about to pee himself.
Coffee.
coffee.
We're in a mine, you idiot. Coffee. Orcs, go fetch coffee for the Balrog. We didn't get to pack coffee in our rations. Go
Arena looks in
fetch coffee for the Balrog. All right. And the orcs run past you guys, not fucking seeing you.
No,
How many are running by?
3.
3? Okay.
All 3 orcs. Hey, no. You don't
Okay,
need that.
what?
I was adding, hilariously enough, I have an Erebor blend with me right now.
And the cave troll goes up and says, "You told coffee. A rock?" And the cave troll picks up a rock and holds it up to the Balrog. I will kill you. Oh. And the troll puts down the rock.
Aww.
The master will enjoy having a Balrog in the army. Yes, Sir Balrog, we are emissaries of Sauron. Perhaps you've heard of him? Coffee! And his wings stretch out and fire, illuminates the room.
Hold on,
Yes, we are sending orcs for coffee.
I might have an idea. That's this?
What idea is this? Is it running? Is it running out of this room?
If it wants coffee, we can probably run against the Nazgul if we give it and run.
Do you have coffee?
Arena pulls out a bag of Erebor blend.
I mean, yeah, you did get rations.
Mimosa would definitely have coffee because she's not gonna put up with the bullshit without it.
Y'all are
And-
dealing with Crambo. I'm surprised y'all don't have more coffee.
And Dorothy gets her food from the same place Mimosa does, so she probably has some.
Okay. Erina? Are you doing this?
Should
I'm not so different. This is what we want to do.
Mimosa says,
game.
give me it.
I say we run. I say we run. I say we run.
Mimosa takes the coffee, goes over here and starts fucking boiling shit.
Smells coffee.
Arena provides the fire with firebolt.
Dorothy adds sugar.
Oh
She just goes over here, gives it to fucking Erina. Now fucking do your shit. Tell him we're from Smog and he's got coffee for
At this point, the Nazgul can't see, but because the Balrog's blocking the view, but he is looking at you guys as you are making the coffee.
He's magical and caffeine deprived. We can't stealth that.
So Balrog, a present from Smog the Golden, Arena says in Blackspeak, as she provides a giant tankard full of Erebor blend coffee.
What is going on?
Brewed by a hobbit, so it's gonna be real fucking good.
Excuse me, Balrog, sir. I can't see around you. Balrog takes the pot of coffee, pours it into his mug, and it barely it does not fill the mug at all. But it's a little bit above. He takes a sip.
That's good coffee.
He turns around to Nazgul.
Make your offer.
Oh no.
And the Nazgul still can't see you around the fucking Balrog. Yes, Lord Sauron wants you for the new war.
Good. Well drawn.
But he's
Just like that.
Damn it.
Killed in too long.
Damn
Need
it.
to burn.
Yeah, I think we fucked ourselves over here.
They would have gotten coffee anyway.
Good coffee. Tell your human servants
They didn't give you the coffee. We did. The
What?
coffee's not their offering. It's ours.
He turns around and sees you, and his red eyes widen.
Elf.
What? What? What?
It's going bad anyway.
And roll initiative.
Fuck!
Fuck.
Damn it.
In my defense, it was going fucking bad anyway.
Yeah,
Trying to negotiate with the Balrog.
Yeah,
Mimosa, what the fuck you doing?
How many 20s has she rolled?
I got
And I also don't know much about Tolkien, so I did not know that would be the reaction.
there, so
What?
I got group outvoted there, so
You
what?
were the one that managed to make the coffee.
You guys did. Hey, this worked out in a way. No, let's not argue about who killed who. All right, let's make an initiative roll. Hey.
You just gotta delete
Suster's
all that.
is 15 because of her rakish audacity.
Oh, lovely. Oh, there we
Is
go. Fuck off,
everyone-
Flusher. It's a little out of order.
okay, so
I'm above Flog.
Oh wait, nope. We gotta
fucking Mimosa with a nat 20.
trash these, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta do them all
Okay.
over again.
Okay, so I got Gorothy Flog 15.16.
Okay.
The point is to beat Dex.
It basically
Oh.
automatically adds in the dex modifier if you have a tie. That's all it
Yeah,
does.
and we tied because of my rakish audacity gives me a +2 to my initiative. And I have higher dex, so I am before Flog.
Did you not put that in?
No, because I don't see where it is.
Okay, again, the cog in the middle square.
We're in front of a pit feed. We can worry about that later.
Fine. I'm just going to send you a screen in a minute.
Cool, thank you.
Oh shit, I have a lot of initiatives to roll.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Okay, in my defense, I didn't know that would be his reaction. I don't know a bunch about Tolkien.
You're an elf.
I don't know. We talked to Smaug.
Smog is neutral-ish.
Hey, I don't know anything about pit fiends besides
yeah, but Sorcerer would.
what?
But Sorcerer would.
I don't.
I mean, you know that Balrogs are evil.
Yeah, but so were other things we befriended.
Okay, I did.
You know that is a fair point.
We talked to the giant squid. We talked to Smaug. We've talked to orcs and trolls.
Mimosa thought that Erina was going to be able to say, hey, this was from Smog, and those two are lying to you.
When you gave it to him.
Yeah.
The
we
plus side of
came
the Balrogs being nice and giving you guys a free round.
Oh, that was that one?
Yep.
Oh God.
Talion's on his game, which makes sense. Mikey the troll. We're just gonna roll him a normal 20 because he is low in initiative. Alright, 13. That's not bad. Aragorn.
Before this, can I just say something?
Mm-hmm.
Ow! She's our rations. Don't worry.
Okay, well, you can save it on your turn. I gotta add. Who else do I have to add into the order? Mimosa,
Don't
right?
forget Crambone.
Yep.
No, I do have to forgive Crambo. You're not here yet. You're in Lothlorien. And I have to add Sotra. And that's it. And Arena. No, Arena's there. Okay.
He's there. I'm at 23, so.
So Mimosa's 25. And Sotra is 13.
No, 15. Because my ability. My ability is Rakish Audacity, lets me add my Charisma modifier to my initiative. Which ties me with Flog, but I have higher dex, so I am right before Flog.
Alright, cool.
You
beans.
have 4 decks?
I have 17. Wait, did I read that wrong?
No.
I looked at your tiebreaker.
Well, if your tiebreaker's higher, it's fine.
Yeah, that's what I
I
meant.
think it's reading 17.
There we go.
or
That makes
a little
enough
more.
sense. Alright. We got a turn order. Za, Mimosa, and Arena.
Oh, fuck.
Ah, shit. Let me see.
Run away. Run away.
Yeah.
Do we run forward or do we run back? Is the thing. What am I gonna do? What are you gonna do, Mimosa?
I don't.
So she would have heard the guy say that this is a dead end, right?
I mean,
Over
there's
here.
a giant fucking Balrog. There's a giant. You're gonna have to, like, he literally, it takes up all that space.
Yeah, but I'm a hobbit. I can run right between his legs. It's a thing.
Okay. Yeah. Listen, basically, going that way goes deeper into the mine.
What?
So, if you want to go past the Balrog, like, past him to where the Wraiths are, and try and go down some of those paths behind him, that goes deeper into the earth. Alternatively, going back the way you came goes up to the surface.
What about
It
the,
also
what about the
goes
little...
right back out to the squid,
Mm-hmm.
who might not be happy to see us with a Balrog chasing us.
Well, and also the other exit, which is, Lothlorien side.
Yeah, which is what I'm as. This is a dead end, and this is the only other way to go, which would be the exit to Lothlorien.
What about this little fork behind us?
We'll say,
Yeah.
Looking at it, that's a dead end.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. Here, I'll reveal it to you.
Alright, cool.
Oh.
So our options are to run up here to see if we can get out.
Run back the way you came, or run deeper under the earth,
Yeah, so
and hope that there aren't worse things than this.
What is my...
And also possibly get trapped by these guys if you take a wrong. As a wizard who is no longer with us would say,
Fly, you fool!
I know, but which way is the problem? Because
just back the way you came!
We're
back
gonna
the
get-
way you came!
we're going to get stuck no matter what. But fine, she's gonna
Get
go.
the fuck out!
She's gonna start going.
The Hobbit's running, that's the best place to follow.
Come on, stupid!
Alright, Arena, it's your turn.
And Arena's gonna hold her action.
Oh,
Arena's holding her action, pointing her gun to the ceiling.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh,
So you're moving and holding your attack. Okay, yeah.
I'm holding my attack, so once everyone else, so I can trap them beneath the earth. Because I have a little spell called Shatter.
Oh,
Oh,
If
yeah.
it works.
Okay, it's Talion's turn.
But I don't think he can move past the Balrog, can he?
Excuse me, sir, there's humans?
And an elf.
Let us through!
No. I want to give them a sporting chance.
Idiot! And then you see a remarkable display of parkour acrobatics bullshit. Talion flips, like, wall runs, flips up in a very small space that the Balrog leaves with the ceiling, through the fiery wings, and on the other side. And it takes his entire turn, but it's very impressive as he lands right fucking here.
Lovely.
Boba Fett's like... But he's stuck. He can't do acrobatics like Talion, so he's stuck behind the Balrog for the moment.
Oh,
Eight out of
so
10.
good. He doesn't have a grappling hook.
I mean, not one that goes through flesh.
Okay, so Tra
Run.
is going to go right here.
So, you idiot.
No, hold on, don't worry. Take a swing with her rapier. It's a 15 hit.
Hit who?
The Nazgul.
Nope.
Okay then, and now she just runs because they can't take attack of opportunity because I attacked. Wait, what's my? I have 35. I was here, so.
Just bonus action dash.
Yeah, I can do that. Fuck. Yeah, I forgot. I'm a rogue.
Never forget that. That's the rogue's best tool.
I'm just fucking gone. I can move like 70 feet. On top of my regular 35 feet. So she's just fucking gone. Okay.
She's left the battlefield.
Yeah, she can
No
move a total
doubt.
of 105 feet with all of that.
Alright.
Mimosa's only stopped because she's waiting for the rest of you just in case.
Same with Arena. Arena's pointing a gun at the ceiling.
Oh, Will, remind me the name of the goblin who keeps crushing on his bosses.
Shit, what was it?
Snagtooth or something?
Snaggletooth, yeah.
Snaggletooth.
Hello?
Hello?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's Snaggletooth.
Okay.
Cool. Is it Flog's turn?
Yeah, okay. If I remember correctly, okay, disengaging is an action.
I'm gonna give you this a freebie. That was a very elaborate fucking move he did. I don't think I'm not sure if this is mechanically sound, but I don't feel he should be able to lash out at you right now.
Oh, fair. Then I'm just gonna take a full dash and
He just did some fancy fucking parkour.
Okay, I'm taking full dash, which is double my movement. And I'm fucking out of there. Yeah. Speaking of, I need to BRB to go do the chickens.
Aragorn also does something. Come on, Dorothy, let's go.
That's
Mikey the troll is behind him. It's like, can we have porridge? Boba Fett looks at him and says, "Make you some porridge later."
Does Aragorn grab Dorothy and take her out with him?
No, he assumes Dorothy's capable of fucking running.
All right, just waiting on her then. Okay. Or Lydia? Hello?
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 Lydia, it's your turn.
Fun, I am waiting on you.
Gonna turn to the wraith, scowl. Snaggletooth deserves better than you, and then dash away.
And
Wait.
the moment
Snaggletooth has a crush on me?
Wow, you're a fucking airhead.
and Arena.
Well, it's Balrog's turn. The Balrog reaches out.
He was wait. Kay was holding his action though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was holding my actions once everyone passed.
Excuse me!
So what's a bigger boom? Fireball or shatter?
I don't fucking know. You're the one who has a
Shatter
spell.
would
Shatter?
almost certainly do more structural damage.
Alright.
Yeah.
Aim it at the weakest part of the ceiling.
That's what she's doing. She's aiming it at supports here, and this is double damage to any like structural support.
Yeah.
Shatter breaks buildings better. Fireball's good for maiming things.
Except for the pit fiends.
So it does 9 damage?
She's bringing down the building.
Actually, that's the structures. So 9 plus 4, which is
to the roof.
Okay.
13 plus.
It's a mine, so that should be
That's
bad.
like a 26 to the whole structure.
Yeah. There's a rumble, and like it begins to collapse. Talion's like, "Oh shit!" And the Balrog puts a large, meaty hand on him and says,
No. Give them the head start. It'll be fun.
Oh god.
"All right. So, you guys are running up, out of the mine, back into the hallway that leads, to Lothlorien. Any plans? You are out of the mine for now.
Close the exit.
I'm back.
So we're on the pathway to the exit to Lothlorien then.
Yes.
Close it.
All right. So you're just running and going to close it.
Yep.
All right. You run as fucking fast as you can. As you run, you pass by the 3 orcs, and 2 of them are like, "What?" And the other one's like, "Oh, no, they're from the audience."
Vacation for everyone.
Yeah! It reforms! You sure about that?
The
You guys make it to the Lothlorien side exit. And does anyone make a perception check as you guys are heading out?
Making
Yes.
sure.
Can, yeah.
I would certainly like to, yes.
Yes. 14.
13.
Go,
Okay.
Vlog.
Gorathi and Flog, you are present enough to look behind you, and when you look behind you, you see distant, deep down the hallway, firelight suddenly erupts at the very distant end.
Oh, fuck.
As something is emerging from behind you guys. It's a few hundred feet behind you, but it's coming. You guys are at the exit to the Lothlorien side of the mountain. You are like at the mouth. Is there anything you're doing before you fucking bail?
Once everyone's out, Arena's going to point Shatter at the door again to make sure the entire thing comes down.
Do it.
Alright.
That should do it.
Jesus,
Shit,
that's right.
That's double.
23 times 2.
That's double.
That is, yeah, you fucking annihilate that exit. Completely caving it in. It doesn't even look like a fucking doorway anymore. It's just rubble.
Okay, we should keep going.
Yeah. That sounds good. Just keep going.
Sauron has a bomb.
And congrats. You guys escaped Moria alive.
Also
Sauron-
fucked up.
Sauron has a Balrog now. No, he would have gotten the coffee anyway.
Probably.
They were getting coffee!
What was
Okay,
that?
I'm gonna. That's just me making a little party blower noise with my mouth. I'm gonna take us out of the Balrog chamber for now, so that we feel a bit more safe and secure.
Gaze upon the comforting image of the smog body pillow.
I feel really bad about how that went down.
Yep.
Arena was
well-
about to say in Black speech, but Nora spoke first.
Okay, I didn't know that was gonna happen. I don't know much about Tolkien.
It's okay. It's fine.
It's just a game.
It's
Calm down,
fine.
people.
It worked out fine. Real talk, you were not going to convince him to be on your side.
This is
He's
one
a
of the
fucking
ones-
chaotic evil demon.
That's fair.
His side is burn everyone. Unless you have some variant of that, he's not joining you. He's not like Smaug. He doesn't just want to lay on a pile of gold. He wants to destroy the earth.
Yeah, but you know,
we
we
had
had
to give an Earth to destroy.
He wants to destroy this one.
Ah, fair enough.
Yeah, but with this party, we had to try.
So, you have been told, you have researched, all of you, with the help of Elrond, what Lothlorien should be like. It's a beautiful, enchanting, mysterious, sometimes feared set of woods, run by the powerful elf witch Galadriel. Humans have some superstitions about it, but those who know elves know that it's a very benevolent, beautiful place. You get to Lothlorien, and instead of the very traditionally appealing trees, the trees here look they look spooky. Their leaves are sort of a purplish blue. Their wood a very deep dark dark gray. Their branches twisted. The sky is overcast as you're walking through the forest, and it's a very almost haunted feel to it. As you're walking, Strider says, Elrond told me that Galadriel took the fight with the necromancer pretty hard, but didn't think she'd go so far as to redecorate.
You mean it doesn't normally look like this?
Nope.
Ah, shame. Thought it was really nice.
Everyone make a perception check.
Okay.
16 for Marina.
Shit. Not,
There's your
That's a
20.
persuasion.
No,
Oh,
7.
Good. Flog, you are the only one who hears a twig snap as someone leaps out from a nearby bush and goes, "Wooga booga!"
that person's getting an arrow
scaring the
pointed at
rest
him.
of your party. And you see it's an elf wearing an elaborate monster mask,
Okay.
and the elf pulls off the mask and says, "Ha! Got you! Welcome to Goth Lorien."
Oh my god, we're in Goosebumps.
It's like Flog slowly lowers his bow and arrow. Hello?
Loki.
Loki.
Loke.
Loki. I am Flog. Hello.
Hi. Wow, you are
We have
oddly shaped.
I am technically an Urukai.
You here for the festival?
No.
We've been sent by Erebor on urgent tidings from the lords of Erebor to convene with Galadriel to form a council.
Also, you have a festival going?
Yeah. I'm not sure you're going to get much with that council biz. She's sworn to those off, especially after her husband's dead.
Her husband died?
Yeah, it was very tragic. He was poisoned.
Hmm.
Some sort of it was a laxative.
Ooh. Where did that come from?
Well, I guess someone must have spiked some wine from Mirkwood or something.
It came from Mirkwood?
He yeah. We get some wine from Mirkwood every now and then. We've got some friends over there.
So the Mirkwood Wells tried to assassinate one of your own?
I mean, that's what we're thinking.
At the very least, their quality control was questionable.
But listen, we're not supposed to be in mourning. We're having a festival to celebrate Our Lady's new marriage, so it's all good.
Who's she being wed to?
Well, he's sort of a. It's hard to describe. You just kind of have to see him.
Just kinda have to say.
Suddenly, you hear a twanging on a banjo.
Oh no.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, I hear boss music.
And emerging from behind you is none other than Crambone and Dirtha.
He's playing the Imperial March on his banjo, isn't he?
Oh, there you fellers are. I was wondering when you're going to come out of that, man.
Hi.
Hello, Crumbo.
Howdy. Y'all been doing all right?
No.
We tried to negotiate with a Balrog. It did not go well.
The elf that's with you is like, the fuck?
It was between that and death.
Yes, we have urgent tidings involved. We need to see someone of authority here as urgently as possible.
You guys are coming at a bad time. Can I speak candidly?
Go ahead.
Our lady's been having a really rough couple of months. You know, her good friend died, then her husband. She's on the rebound with this fucking weirdo. I do not know if she is up for this business. You're gonna have to approach this very delicately.
Well, it's a good thing Delicate's my middle name. Hi, I'm Crambone. Pleasure to meet you. I enjoy a mask. It's a very nice mask.
Mimosa
thank you.
is vibrating, but she's not saying anything.
Oh, thank you. You know, it's you know, some people say that Lady Galadriel is losing her marbles a bit, but I think that like the monster masquerades that we're doing, the dances, are all very fun.
If you're having fun and a good time, that's all that really matters. We have some business, you know, got some bad news, but everybody's got a little bad news. You gotta have it to enjoy the good news, right?
With how close your city is, I don't think you can afford to ignore this warning.
Well, we'll see. Follow me, and Loke takes you through the forest into the rad as shit fucking tree fortresses of Lothlorien, which are now blinged out with like. It basically looks like Halloween, which is why it's now been rechristened Gothlorien.
I can get used to this place.
I have a theory, but I don't want to say it.
As you guys walk through the streets, everyone's like, wow. Those are really good costumes they've got. I think they're actually orcs. Oh.
This is a very big city.
Crambone's just tipping his hat as he goes by because it's like all these fucking fantastic costumes.
And one of them's like, look, it's just like in that pamphlet. Orc style. I've got to try this.
Oh. Look, it's orc.
And you actually do see a couple of elves do have like orc undercuts and orc fashion having caught on from Rivendell. And eventually you are led to the Grand Palace of Gothlorien. And sitting on two thrones, on one throne, there is Lady Galadriel, who you have heard described as one of the most beautiful of all elven women. And often described as, you know, a person with, like, you know, shining golden hair and, you know, dressing in outfits of white and just sort of radiating this white lightness and beauty. And she is dressed in a black and purple dress. Her hair has been dyed black. And she, instead of, like, a normal elven tiara, she's got, like, this great big crown with these great big metal, like, fucking almost antler protrusions.
Mode.
She's sitting there, holding a goblet of wine, looking adoringly at the fellow in the chair next to her, who, Erina, you recognize as wearing something very close to, like, modern pajamas. It's a schlubby guy in a bathrobe, a cotton t-shirt, flannel pajama pants, and bunny slippers. He has wavy brown hair. He's kind of out of shape.
Will.
He's about 31 years old.
God.
Oh, hello there, God. I didn't know you were here.
Wait a second.
Garfield turns to this man and says, William, my love, I
had a theory from the moment Florian was dropped. It was one of
I've
two
been
things.
holding that back for so fucking long!
It was either you or it was Madcap. One of the two.
I kept that joke up your ass for months!
I'm trying not to laugh. My roommate has to be up at 2 a.m.
You're a bitch.
I have a straight.
And the schlubby modern day guy sitting on the chair is like, oh, okay. Hey, welcome to Gothlorian. I'm Prince Consort Will. This is my beautiful mistress Galadriel, the Lady of Gothlorian. Yeah.
Lucy, I want you to know if we were doing this at a table, we'd probably all be on top of you, beating the shit out of you.
But you can't because I'm in another fucking city, motherfuckers. You just have to deal with it.
Will, I know roughly where you are.
We'd all
I close
crumple
tomorrow.
sheets of paper and just pelt you with crumpled paper. That's what would happen.
You just have to deal with it.
We're literally living the Piss Wizard comic right now.
Yes, you are.
This is getting dangerously close to fetish territory.
It's already there.
Look, we got Dorothy a fiance in the last session. I kind of owe this to Will.
But specifically, Arena, she's not wearing Middle Earth clothes. She's wearing modern clothes.
Well, Arena isn't modern, so she wouldn't.
Yeah, but it's far closer to your fashion than, like, you would have had t-shirts in the day. You would have had a bathrobe. You would have had flannel pajama pants. Bunny slippers, maybe not. But the rest of that, that's not medieval shit. That's 20th century shit.
I mean, she's seen Legolas, so.
Wait a second. This guy's dressed distressingly similar to the
Arena.
Balrog.
I am making this specifically, not as a gag. He's wearing modern clothes.
Wait. Arena raises a finger, drops it.
What is your business here in Gothlorian?
Question: Is he the Isekai too, or
Is what?
from another world?
Oh, yeah. I'm from a place called Earth. We don't
Which
have
time are you? Which era?
Like early 2000s, like
Top or bottom?
2020.
Shit, I'm from the 1940s.
Whoa.
Who wins the Second World War?
I mean, not the Germans.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think anyone really wins. I mean, my country certainly wants to say they did, but
Oh, good. You're an American. That makes a lot of sense.
yeah.
Jesus.
Oh my god. So it's just blank faces across the board for everyone else.
Yeah.
Is this your first outing or second? Because I ended up in Narnia, a place called Narnia, then I'm here. Hello?
TT.
Hello.
TT.
Oh shit, did we lose him?
He died.
His unfinished business is finally finished.
The devil came for him.
We made Galadriel into a not complete bitch version, then married her. Life is complete.
So, how did Crambone get reintroduced? I was not here when that happened.
He walked out of the woods
Oh yeah,
with a smile.
I've been behind you this entire time. Don't worry about it.
He was just waiting for us to come out of the cave.
Yeah, like that Balrog feller.
Christ.
Don't worry about it, Sotra. I was there. I saw everything. You didn't see me.
Narrows eyes.
Oh
Also,
God.
I brought a Durza.
No, Dursa. Who is not here?
TT.
No.
TT, we can't hear you.
Am I back? Am I back? Am I back?
Yes,
Am I back?
yes.
Okay, good.
Last thing Arena said is this your first or second isekai outing?
First, you can have more than one.
Well, yeah, because at first I ended up in a place called Narnia.
Oh God! Oh, like, was there a lion that was also God?
Yeah, in a very.
Oh, I read that book. It's got some good points, but it's not my favorite.
Oh,
I mean, the cartoon adaptation did awaken some things in me, but anyway. And Galadriel was watching this like, fuck are they talking about?
As a stranger from a strange place, this is officially the weirdest shit I ever did see. Howdy, my name's Crambone.
I agree, Crambone.
Did you come here to learn more about travelers from other worlds? You can't have him. And she puts her arms around him, and he's like, yeah.
We are not trying to take anyone.
Actually, we were here at the behest of Erebor, but that can wait.
It can?
I mean, you did say something about a Balrog? Ain't those dead?
Oh,
Not this one.
Galadriel stiffens at that, and is like, Balrog of Morgoth.
It's in Moria. We don't want to bring bad news, but you're really close.
We closed the entrance on the way out, but
Who knows how long that will hold it.
And Galadriel's eyes go wide, and she begins hyperventilating a bit.
so sorry.
And Will reaches out and pats her on the shoulders, like, it's okay. I don't know what they're talking about, but it's okay, sweetie.
They're just talking weird fantasy gobbledygook.
And she grabs his hand and holds it in her own, her long taloned hand, and says, "Thank you. You are my rock."
Oh my God.
Will, I am going to fucking drive down there. I'm close enough.
I could have sworn he was your hard place.
I am only doing this because I know it's funny as shit.
You're not wrong.
I'm going to call in tomorrow. And Scalpel's going to call it tomorrow. And you're going to drive the opposite
Keep threatening me. It makes the joke funnier.
You're not wrong.
This would be cute if it wasn't like some weird way pissing me off.
Anyway.
Now I'm supposed to let that dry for 24 hours, and that should give it a nice, eerie glow.
So
But
Sauron is advancing then. He's raising his armies.
But he doesn't have the ring, and Erebor stands in his way, including Smog the Golden against him.
That's actually what we were doing in the first place. We're trying to organize everybody into a unified front. Perhaps stave him off.
Should I be here for this, honey? It seems like important stuff. Please stay.
Also, you might be having to know this, but we're teaching the dwarves how to build guns.
Whoa, shit! That's gonna totally fuck up technology around here. What's a gun? Oh, honey.
Arena's just washing off the Luger of all the dust and grime.
It's like a cage for elves. that
Crambone,
shoots
you are
things.
that funny and intimidating.
Will.
I'm God, motherfucker. You can't scare me.
No, but I can give you an evil eye and play the banjo menacingly.
You guys are that funny, man.
You can't intimidate in-game Will either. He's with his beautiful dark queen.
Doesn't give a shit.
Does Crambone look like he give a fuck?
If you try to threaten her, she's gonna kick your ass and it'll look really sexy.
Let's not piss off Galadriel. That's a bad idea.
Like,
Galadriel.
Arena isn't trying to be intimidating. She's like, oh no, Cost is dirty.
Well, The others don't
I'm
know what a
just
fucking
saying.
gun is.
I mean, we've seen it in action a couple times.
Yeah.
Smaug the Golden is not aligning with Sauron?
No, he's a Smog the Golden has arranged for us to send out to form a council in Erebor to form a unified front.
He thinks Sauron's a schlub.
Hmm?
I believe his exact terms was bitch ass motherfucker.
We don't need to go into specifics about what he said. She gets the message. Gladriel's like, well, he is a rather big tool, as my newfound paramour would say. Yeah, it sounds like a real piece of shit.
Hey, bitch ass.
Well,
All
it's
right.
surprising news, but if Smaug truly is on our side, we could have a chance even against a Balrog.
He also.
What
doesn't-
is the dragon's proposition?
He wants an envoy or some sort of. He wants an envoy from every major group to form a council at Erebor to discuss where to go from there. We were to go to Isengard, but thanks to a very chatty orc, we think Saruman might not fully be on board.
Again, Galadriel looks like genuinely horrified at that news.
Very chatty.
This is a dark time. Perhaps the monster carnival is misplaced. No, honey, the people are loving it.
There
You're right.
should be.
Gothlorian will shine a light through darkness.
I mean, purple fire is very attractive.
I do enjoy your choice of darker colors.
I mean,
Very well. I will send you my own apprentice as ambassador of Lothlorien. Crabbin!
Yay!
And out comes a very familiar face. It's Crabbin Corch.
Hey!
Who sees you guys, and she smiles immediately. He's like, "Oh, it's all of you again.
Cabin!
You've met them, Crabbin?
Thank
Yeah,
fucking Christ,
before-
somebody I like.
Before I went down here to train with you, they helped me and Legolas out in Mirkwood. And, oh yes, getting that poor boy away from his monstrous father. That was very kind of you. These are the people? We shall be sure to throw a feast in your honor."
Sotra goes up to Crabbin to give her a hug.
Also, how's its leg doing, by the way?
Oh, yeah. I haven't been back to Mirkwood, but I heard they had to cut it off.
fucker deserves it.
Yes, he may very well. After all, it was poisoned wine from Mirkwood that killed my first husband.
Yeah,
Not,
they probably knew it was poison, by the way.
not that it didn't ultimately turn out for the better, she says, while putting a hand around her beloved husband, William.
That's rough. The only confirmed casualty of the poisoning was somebody relatively innocent. I don't know.
TT used it to get his fucking self-insert in the game. I don't feel bad. That's what you're going for, Mimosa doesn't fucking care.
Oh no, the poison was just a way to get him out of the way.
Because in the first place, the Mirkwood Elves would have known that was pointed and sent it here on purpose. So fuck them.
Yeah.
But yes, Erebor is trying to provide a united front. It is a well-fortified area, and so far we have the Spiders of Mirkwood, a few factions of Misty Mountains, Goblin, Dwarf, and some Elves.
And orcs.
There, fortifying.
Galadriel looks briefly puzzled, but then just smiles and is like, "But a year ago I would have thought this was an insane notion, but as I've recently learned, sometimes what you need is a little insanity." And she
Can
says,
confirm.
smiling at the schlubby piece of shit sitting next to her in a throne chair.
I'm just imagining
TT.
D&D looks like fucking the dude from.
You do
I am-
realize,
I am
TT.
very much dressed like a Lebowski.
You do realize, TT. Now you have to draw yourself.
Yeah,
Caricature of TT.
you have to draw yourself with Galadriel.
Oh no!
Darn it!
Yeah,
Oh, no.
Foiled by my own schemes.
Guys, just be aware. I can never put one of my persona into the game because my OCs would immediately kill him.
I mean, hey, sometimes that's a blessing.
Fucking karma, asshole!
Okay.
Every version of K has a bounty on my head, so
I'm just imagining if like even to somebody as non-violent as like say Rookie just suddenly just cracks you right in the balls. It's like, why did you do that? And you go, I don't know. I was moved by mysterious methods.
And so, you guys spend a spooky, haunted night in Gothlorien, where there's bobbing for apples and people going door to door trick-or-treating, and it's Halloween all the time, and there's lots of candy and fun, and you have a nice big feast with some very delicious steaks. You can't understand what the fuck she sees in this piece of shit, but whatever.
I can see she's happy. and that's
People
what matters.
rebound how they rebound. She needed something, I guess. And
Yeah.
Krabbin, elf witch in training, joins the party.
Cool.
and so we're all aware that Saruman is now against us. So
So you don't have to go to Isengard. I mean, you're gonna go close to it just as a matter of getting to your next stop, but
And eventually you may have to stomp a mud hole in that place. Just
I mean, you know, it would be very terrible if one of the hobbits accidentally went to Isengard on a whim. I'm not saying
Better if one of the
Crambo wouldn't.
hobbits went to Fangorn on a whim and got all the ants pissed off.
Hey, no,
Lazy
no,
bastards.
I can't be mad at my weed bros.
No, got them all pissed off at a certain asshole in a certain tower so they could tear it the fuck down.
wait a minute, isn't this where Lord of the Rings ends?
The Fellowship of the Ring ends here.
well, the Fellowship of the Ring ends with the party splitting after they leave Lothlorien and get like ambushed by orcs and shit, and they split and they go the different ways.
But we're not gonna do that.
But we're going very differently.
also, yeah, they got ambushed by Uruk-hai, if I remember correctly.
Right now, like we're doing like in some ways we're doing Fellowship a little bit backwards because we're ending with the Council of Elrond when that's pretty early in the book.
Mhm.
And we're assembling the council because like one of the structural things that like the Fellowship does is like introduce us to the major players through the Fellowship. But there's no reason for the Fellowship to convene, and I think waiting for a bunch of people to show up would be boring in a D&D campaign. So you're recruiting the Fellowship instead and seeing all of these places, and eventually going back to Erebor. Two Towers, therefore, would be about going and defending some of these places when they're under attack. But yeah, okay, unless you guys have any business, this is the end of the session. 'Cause
Okay.
I am out of stuff to do, mainly because you guys avoided some of the combats.
All Rita does is show the elves what a gun is.
And they all ooh and ah. And yeah, you have a fun night in Gothlorien. It's very similar to your experiences in Rivendell, where after some initial oohing and ahhing, the elves just take to you like people because it turns out people are people.
Crambone gets a skull stenciled into his hat.
Flog stays out of most of this because this is a big city and a lot of attention he ain't used to.
Yep.
She's also kind of reserved about it, but she's
He's just a small town boy
Essentially.
in a lonely world.
Dorothy gets a tattoo of a spider on her back.
So she mostly stays out of the really loud stuff, but she hangs by Krabbin.
Oh,
Just a small town boy.
At one point, while hanging with Krabbin, you hear in a distant room of the Lothlorien Palace, Galadriel saying to someone, "So, instead of a Dark Lord, you would have a queen, eh?"
Oh no.
why?
Neil.
Why?
So when did that happen, Krabbin?
Around 9 p.m.
God damn it! No, she was asking Krabbin when you came along.
Oh yeah, he just was lost in the woods a couple of weeks ago. For some reason, a lot of the ladies are very fond of him.
I imagine he would not have survived in the woods a day longer.
I don't think he would survive. No, I mean, he's got a strange sort of charm about him that no one can really place. But like,
Krabbin, no.
he's kind of a dipshit.
Krabbin is immune. She's immune from your harem anime bullshit.
Or she's tsundere.
No.
She is based on Raven.
Such a grabs her and pulls her out of the city.
No.
I will save you.
He seems alright, but I'm still giving him the evil eye because he needs to learn some fear in his life.
The fuck?
I don't know why
At
guys
this
are
point-
being so mean.
Hey,
Will,
I'm not being
Will
mean.
looks like Crambo and says, "You look like a mouse from Tom and Jerry."
Well, Crambone's the name, and singing is my game.
Yeah, sing me a song.
Did you see?
No.
Do it, motherfucker.
Oh,
He left!
Come back. What the fuck, Craig?
What?
He left and then he came back. After you
Yeah,
said
that's what
sing
I
me
thought.
some.
That's what I thought.
I had a drink in my mouth.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Bitch.
TT, my roommate has to get up at fucking 2 a.m. I'm trying not to be noisy. You don't need me
Yeah,
playing into the
yeah.
mic.
Yeah. Bitch. Sing me a fucking song, motherfucker.
Play me a song, Curtis Low, Curtis Low.
I was actually thinking about this on the ride home, which one I was going to do. Because I had a whole 2-hour drive. I was just jamming out to music, and I'm like, what song should Crambone sing for the audience today?
Anyone else? Anyone else before we do post-game chat?
Nah.
Mimosa is just like watching
Yeah, no.
out the entrance of the forest to see if there's any flames, and if there isn't, she's gonna go take a nap.
Thankfully, there is not. All right. We end with a fairly pleasant night, all things considered.
Yeah, Crambone just being cranky Crambone.
Well, that was fun.
It was.
I
I'm sorry I
kind of
was so late.
I was thinking because we gotta explore the isekai thing a little bit, and I thought, wouldn't it be funny if a different genre of isekai intersected with this at some point? And I was like,
yes.
I mean, the most popular isekai is the horrible geek's wish fulfillment harem in vaguely medieval fantasyland isekai. That's a huge genre. And I was like, wait a minute. I see a chance to make a joke about my famous infatuation with Kate Blanchett, specifically as Galadriel and Hela. Yes. Yes. And then when I realized the comic potential of this, I was like, I have to sit on that joke, even though I want to say it right now because it's so fucking funny. I have to sit in that, wait, spring it on them because the surprise will be worth it, and it was.
Oh,
It was so worth it.
I'm so
Was
surprised.
this one of those
I
things you
broke
spilled?
you.
Was this one of the things you spilled the beans to Kali on?
No, he
No.
did not.
No, I kept this. It was so hard, but I kept this completely under wraps because I wanted it. I wanted exactly what you happened tonight, where you all just lost your fucking minds because you couldn't believe I would do this. You couldn't believe I would betray your trust like this, and I did it. I got away with it.
Oh, I believe you do it. That's why I was half suspecting when I heard Goth Lorian.
When I got
I was
I
thinking,
remember seeing the goth version, and I'm like, oh yeah, TT's totally drawn this in his red sketchbook with his face and her titties. He did it for Harley Quinn. He's gonna do it for Kate Blanchett.
Oh, specifically Galadriel, because he did for a real person. That'd be a little
Specifically Galadriel, because Galadriel woke some things in me when I was young, but I didn't quite understand until Hela kind of cemented them when I was older.
You like tall, powerful women? It's okay, TT.
you like dominatrixes. Let's get it right.
Hey, cool.
No, he just-
you end the night with a nat
it's not
20.
even-
Cool.
It's not even dominatrixes. TT's just a bottom.
Yeah.
Don't think you've gotten away with that, TT. You still have a simple quest to go through. I'm gonna fucking get you somehow. Somehow,
there's a
some
reason-
way, I will get you for this.
Dueling DMs, that's always
Despite-
fun.
Despite my hatred of the trope of the self-insert, especially in situations like this, I did crack up and laugh. So
It was really fucking funny.
it was like I knew it as soon as he said the gold Gothriel thing. And I'm like, oh god, we're gonna see TT either on a separate throne or in the lap of Galadriel, aren't we? This is our fate.
I was I was torn from it being either Madcap or you. I wasn't sure which.
Madcap would be the coward's way out.
Listen, I wanted to be as stupid as possible so it was clear this was a joke.
Yep. No, I got you.
It was funny
Still.
as fuck.
And it's way stupider if it's literally me. And that was all purposely a joke, audience.
It was a good joke.
Yeah.
It was purposely for the point of a reaction.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Okay, so the Balrog thing was always gonna go just tits up. So
They're like you're not gonna win with a Balrog, because there's a certain level of BS I can do. I can have Cecil be sort of human. I can have the Ringwraiths have flickers of the person they once were, because that's in line of Tolkien. But Balrogs are about as, fucking evil as you get. Even Sauron. Sauron was like, I want to use the shit that Morgoth is doing to make a more ordered world. He's in many ways ideologically opposed to the brand of evil that Morgoth represents. Morgoth is Kefka style. I want to destroy everything just because I can. Evil. He is omnicidal maniac, and the Balrogs are people who joined him willingly. They're fucking end of the world cultists.
yeah, for
You're not going to
context-
negotiate with them.
For context on Balrogs, they are corrupted Maiar, which is what Gandalf, Saruman, and the other wizards are.
And Sauron to an extent too, isn't he?
Yep. So they're on par with Sauron and Gandalf and all of that. They're just twisted and evil because they feel like being evil.
Yeah,
Right.
because they decided, fuck yeah, Morgoth wants to burn all of creation. Let's join him. Like, Sauron was a Starscream. He joined Morgoth not because he believed what Morgoth was saying, but because he saw in Morgoth's works the potential for what he wanted to do to the world, which wasn't destroy it, but dominate it. It's a lawful evil versus chaotic evil thing. And then dragons tend to be kind of neutral evil. Glaurung followed Morgoth because Morgoth was his daddy. But Smaug just doesn't give a fuck.
after the first session, calling him his dad, he was probably a bad choice of words.
Mm-hmm. But like, you know, Smaug just wants his fucking gold. He's neutral evil. But like the Balrog is going to go with Sauron not because it believes what Sauron's doing. It's going to go with Sauron because it knows that Sauron is going to give him the opportunity to just destroy a whole bunch of shit.
So,
And
yeah.
it's probably the reason why Sauron initially didn't actively recruit the Balrogs, because they're not exactly trustworthy or allies. They're not someone you can rein in.
You
But
are
at this point, he thinks he's a little stronger than he actually is, so he's getting a little big for his britches.
Yeah, and there's
Also,
just
I think the smart part of his brain is in his ring.
well, and you know, there's this dragon that he's got to take care of now, and he needs a big gun. And a dragon and a Balrog are about evenly matched, so there's a good chance if you get them to fight, you get rid of both.
Yeah. And there's always, after you gain enough power to take down everything in your way, you can then turn and then take out whatever remains you don't.
Okay, can you give me a picture of Drogoth from that Lord of the Rings game that you like?
Yep.
Saw in the art room, I think.
Before we actually, as an aside, Mimosa's gonna try to find, like, a raven that could take a message to Smaug and tell him what's going on. Just in case the Balrog is sent after him directly.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Hey, you have that. You have Animal Messenger?
I do not have Animal Messenger, it's just that ravens can talk.
Oh,
Yes, that's true. That's how in The Hobbit, Thorin and company get a message to Dane in the Iron Hills. There's a very nice old raven who has always been fond of them that delivers a message. And doesn't another one deliver a message to like the eagles or something? If I remember
Like that.
There's like
yeah.
a moth. But
Well, that's in the movies. In the books, there's a couple of friendly ravens. There's the old one who remembers Thorin's family, and there are the young ravens who don't, but who listen to the old one because he's the grandpa raven.
Yep. There might have been some ravens that found the eagles and told them what was going on. But yeah, that's
Gandalf or somebody ravens spread the word to right parties.
Ravens are roads.
A thrush or something in The Hobbit?
yeah.
A thrush spreads the word of Smaug's weakness to
Bard the Bowman.
Yeah.
Because Bard the Bowman happened to come from a bloodline where they could just understand birds, like all birds.
Okay.
It's just magical.
Okay.
And because it makes for a good Beowulf reference to have the person who takes down the dragon be able to speak to birds.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
I'm
Okay.
good. Go make some food.
So, Bilbo didn't know that that the thrush he kind of saw that the thrush kind of understood him, and he was hoping that the thrush could find somebody who could talk to it, and just got lucky with Bard. But yeah, that's what she's gonna do. She's gonna try to find a raven because she knows that they can speak, and it might take a message to the Lonely Mountain for her.
And I imagine that since Arena can also speak with, she would probably be told to do that anyways.
Anyways, art room. Yeah, I found some pictures. I just scrolled up and reposted the pictures that were posted way back
There's
then.
I.
Oh,
Lots of
I didn't
Drogoths.
see that. Yeah, there's Drogi. Drogi's a little bit of a prick.
And then there's also Urgost.
Well, I've drawn him.
Mm-hmm. So they might
I'm
have more
genuinely
than
not
one
worried
dragon to
about
contend
Jared.
with.
Well, Drogoth, I'm naming the spawn of Smog.
So it's just that, that she's gonna send that message. So
I'm
Smock is
fairly
ready.
certain. I'm fairly certain Smog did mention that he is sending word to Urgost.
Probably.
Yeah, he did.
I'm fairly certain I mentioned that in session. If I didn't, it should be mentioned. Are we still recording?
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, so let me think. Other stuff for this.
Oh.
Fun having... This was fun because, I'm thinking about, like, Spirit of the Fellowship. Moria is kind of where everything gets worse and worse and worse, and it's just very woefully obvious that, like, no one is ready for what Sauron is going to be bringing, and we're given a taste of just how fucking bad this could get if they don't destroy the ring. And it was very fun translating that into a session with, a dungeon where if you don't fucking run, you're gonna die. Which is why you guys faced, like, 2 of the more powerful Nazgul, and a Pit Fiend, and an Aboleth. And you know what? A couple of orcs and a cave troll for good measure, not because they'd necessarily, like, significantly stack the deck against you, but just because they would distract your attention enough where you might slip up if you try, while trying to fight the actual threats.
Right.
It was structuring a dungeon. It was like, I want something where you're like, oh, I should run.
Either way, for the Aboleth, if the Aboleth at least have a small offer in case it decides it wants to try.
Doesn't sound like it's interested in anyone's offer.
Especially when it sees a Pit Fiend and some Nazguls coming out and gets pissed and they get pissed at each other.
I don't think it's going to get pissed at them.
I
I
don't
need
know.
to simulate a Pit Fiend versus an
So,
Aboleth.
I was researching the Watcher in the Water, and its origins are incredibly vague, as far as I could tell.
Yeah.
So, I'm like, okay, probably a creation of Morgoth, probably predates Sauron joining things. It's not, and not a sort of thing that Morgoth made a lot of, obviously. So it had a specific purpose. I bullshitted the idea that it was there specifically to guard over the Balrogs, but I do think that's an idea that holds merit. Because it's clearly a fucking chaos monster of some sort. It's if it's not aligned with Morgoth, I have no idea what the fuck it is aligned with.
It's not aligned with anything, actually. It's kind of like Ungoliant. It just crept into the world.
Which one's
But
good?
maybe like Ungoliant, it made a fucking deal. Either way, I wanted to keep the mystery, but also keep it antagonistic, because the one thing we can definitely say about the Watcher in the Water is that thing's fucking evil.
Yeah.
Also, that makes sense why you chose an Aboleth stats.
Mm-hmm.
I completely missed it, unfortunately. I wish I hadn't, because I love Aboleths. They're good boys.
No, they're not.
They're good boys who did nothing wrong.
They're pieces of shit, and I love them.
Okay, baby Drogoth is drawn.
Yay.
Oh, he's cute. Yeah, I decided Kraben would be our fucking Lothlorien ambassador because I wanted to have more of Kraben. Fuck you.
It's a good pick.
And I could have picked some canon elf, and I was like, fuck it, let's go fanficky. I'm doing a lot of other canon characters, so you can have at least one who's just like made up for the campaign. And I wanted, like a female elf because the Lord of the Rings could use some more female characters, especially since we don't get to have Eowyn because of time shenanigans.
Eowyn
We've
would be
floored
a
her.
baby.
It helps a little bit that the party is primarily female.
When isn't it? Simple Quest, actually. That's the only time the party isn't primarily female.
I think that's an all-male party.
No.
It's not.
No, it's
Oh,
not.
we're talking about characters, not players.
Jenny and
We're
Rookie.
talking about characters, not players. Oh.
Like-
I thought we were talking about players, and I'm like, yeah.
No. When we're talking about genders, we're usually talking about like character divisions. Players can be anything.
Yeah. Never mind.
So, yeah.
Also, Drogoth being Smog's child is funny to me because in Battle for Middle-earth 2, how you recruit him is you save baby dragons for him, and then you have to take back Erebor for him.
Eh,
I can't.
yeah, it's a nice meta reference.
I hope the Balrog does go right for Erebor, and then he's faced with 3 fucking dragons. Fuck you, dude.
Fucking Urgost and
Chrysophylax.
And Drogoth. Oh, 4 then.
Drogoth is a small dragon though.
Yeah,
So
I
is
haven't just been name
Chrysophylax.
dropping. I haven't just been name dropping Chrysophylax for fun. He is coming.
So is Chrysophylax. Chrysophylax has got to be smaller than Drogoth.
Yeah, but he's still pretty big.
No, I mean like Drogoth is the dragon on Arena's shoulder.
Oh yeah, little baby Drogoth. Sweet baby Drogoth.
I decided to flavor that as because otherwise I don't think we could get Drogoth in the game otherwise because TT's never played Battlefield 2.
Well, and because there just aren't that many dragons in the world, like, you know, it'd be fun to like get like Skava and Glaurung and, you know, do takes on all the classic Middle Earth dragons, but like timeline wise they just don't all hang out together.
Yeah, they would be dead already.
Urgost I can get in because Urgost in the game takes place, you know, during this time. You can't get, but I had to like demote him to a spark dragon rather than a true fire drake because Smaug is canonically the last of the fire drakes. And the only reason there's another fire drake in this setting is because you guys went for a pacifist run ending with him. And like, you know, Chrysophylax I can work in because while Farmer Giles of Ham probably isn't in the same setting as Middle Earth, it does fit well enough in the idea of like, you know, the you know, by the end of Lord of the Rings it's implied that dragons will eventually dwindle and die out, and the last vestiges of them will, like, you know, encounter humanity a few more times and be sort of the dragons of folklore that aren't as impressive as the ones in Middle Earth. Which is what, you know, Chrysophylax is. He's a less impressive Tolkien-style dragon.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel Chrysophylax makes sense there, which is why having him as, like, Smaug's... Did I say cousin or nephew?
I think you said cousin.
Yeah, Smaug's, like, distant cousin, probably significantly younger cousin. That makes sense.
There are other dragons in the Grey Wastes right now, but I don't know if you would be able to make them come out.
Yeah. Because, like, they have to have stock in it, and right now, you know, it's the same reason they didn't come out when Sauron called. They don't want to be in war. They want to sit on their hordes and, you know, sleep.
So you could rustle up Urgost and Chrysophylax, so... That's 3 dragons. It's a pretty good amount of dragon.
And Urgost and Chrysophylax may not be able to breathe fire, but they are flying creatures that can fight. Now, whether or not there are more Balrogs deep down in Moria and the Misty Mountains, I'm determining, because, like, one of the hooks that I got from rereading, you know, Hobbit and Lord of the Rings for this was that Tolkien does just, like, casually say there's a lot of dark shit in those mountains, and like he makes that like it's not like there's just one Balrog down there. There's a lot of dark shit in there, and the Watcher in the Water is one of these, like, horrible, you know, things people have forgotten that lives in the mountains. So, like, there's probably more than just a Balrog down there that Sauron...
Yeah, Gandalf mentions in Two Towers that there was a bunch of nameless things down there that not even he or Sauron fucking knows about. And he's terrified to even talk about them in the light of the day.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So,
you
like...
could work a lot of weird shit in here if you felt like it.
Yeah. I'm trying to keep it within the realms of the plausible. But, like, you know, we're off the rails, so we should explore the fun shit, you know? This is, by its nature, a fucking fanfic. We should have fun taking it to weird fanficky places. Even if sometimes they're very clearly bad fanficky places that we do for a show. Like having Gandalf summon Pinkie Pie, or having one
Or
of the
God
Rangers
being there.
appear as Galadriel's new husband.
Or the Balrog wearing fucking fuzzy slippers.
Yeah, but he still played as a Balrog. That is just dressing.
Yeah, in a way, the fucking pajamas were devious because it got you guys to think, maybe we can talk to this guy too. And then it turns out, no, he's still an asshole. He's just an asshole in pajamas who wants coffee.
He's just a relatable asshole, damn it.
Yeah. But, like I said, I was kind of wondering if you were gonna keep the Balrog, canonical to everything, and you did. It's like, fuck.
What?
I'm finding ways to bend, but unless it's something that can very easily be ignored, I'm not trying to outright break Tolkien.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Gandalf calls his horses Pinkie Pie and Rainbow Dash and all that, but then the rest of the episode goes on like you just have some fucking horses. It's not that big of a change outside of a joke. Galadriel has some schlubby guy from the 2020 as a husband now. But, once you leave Lothlorien, she's probably not going to be that involved in the plot. So it's fine.
And even if she is, she's not going to bring her husband into somewhere dangerous.
Yeah, no, she's not going to bring her precious husband somewhere dangerous. She's going to keep him in a nice gilded room.
Damn it.
You still doing all right, Will?
No! I almost died this week.
Again,
Has this helped make you feel a bit better?
This has been very nice.
Good.
This has been a very good tension relief.
That's good.
And, you can bullshit humanity in the Ringwraiths because, as Gollum and Frodo and Bilbo show, people who have been corrupted by the ring still have some semblance of them in them. Because otherwise there's no tragedy in what's happened to them. It's the tragedy of seeing a person warped by this horrid force of a person trapped into villainy, which I always find is a very interesting idea, a person trapped into villainy. So you can wring some pathos out of the Ringwraiths, you can show some human side to them while still having them be menacing. But the Balrogs are fucking higher beings that chose to destroy creation for the sake of it. You're not negotiating with that.
So we had to try.
They didn't even have a reason to rebel. I think in some ways Morgoth is a more dastardly character than most biblical takes on Satan. Because Satan, at the very least, if you ignore the fact that God is supposed to be by definition all good, Satan is rebelling against a person he finds tyrannical. Morgoth's just fucking shit up because he's a douche. God says, hey guys, I wrote a nice piece of music. Will you sing it? Morgoth's like, yeah, sure.
Played a kazoo in the middle.
He's just a fucking asshole. He's the person in the group project who decides to not only not do anything, but actively hamper your work.
Mm-hmm.
Morgoth is bad. Morgoth is very bad.
He's a piece of shit who chose to be a piece of shit and had no real reason for it other than, the fucking lulz. And the Balrogs are the pieces of shit who said, yeah, that sounds good. Trump supporters.
Wow.
He's fucking Trump and those are his supporters. Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm.
Are we still
we
recording, by the way?
We're still
actually-
recording, yeah.
Oh, good.
Shit.
Like I care. We've had this fucking
I-
discussion before.
I hope we are. I want that to be the thing that pisses people off.
Okay. Did you hear
It's
that,
gonna be
folks?
It's gonna be that or the
Morgoth is
Balrog with
Trump and the
wings.
Balrogs are Trump supporters.
Nice.
Nora 2020.
Speaking of, ring.
With Sauron, even with Sauron, Sauron is a person who had a downfall. He's not a person who just, chose to be a selfish piece of shit. Sauron liked innovation and had a mechanical mind. And he saw the innovation in what Morgoth was doing and wanted to learn from it, even though he knew Morgoth was a bad dude. You could probably argue that to begin with, Sauron was just looking for the good in Morgoth, and then got corrupted. Saw the power that Morgoth's ways could bring, and was seduced by that power into becoming a tyrant. I think there is room to pity what Sauron, the good person Sauron once was and what he became.
Ooh.
Even though at the end of the day, Sauron is a person who ultimately decided to fucking make medieval fascism. Morgoth wants to destroy the world. Sauron wants to crush the world's spirit and make it follow his orders because he thinks he knows what's right for everybody.
So when you show him that that's not the way things go and it's better the other way, who knows? That might change his mind.
Doubtful.
We're might be changing the Ring's mind, but
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
We
Ring's
don't know
not
what-
all of
Sauron.
Sauron, but
we don't know what would happen if any of us would figure out that it is the Ring, and if we gave it to Sauron, if it would change anything.
Probably not, considering that's the main consciousness, and this is a
That's a conversation to have in game later down the road.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
once we know what's going on. That has a lot of risk with it. Gotta give the ring back to Sauron to hopefully infect it with some form of goodwill. Should we give the ring back to Sauron?
In today's episode, we learned that we can't befriend every single force we find ourselves up against, but we did not have anyone trying to teach us that trying to do this is inherently foolish.
No,
Exactly.
because at one point, at a couple of points, talking it out proved to be the right move.
Yeah, it
At
could have done
most points
something.
so far, it turned out to be the right move.
Crambone's down for trying to talk Sauron into becoming a better person.
But Mimosa from now on is not going to let any of you talk to any of the Ring race or anything like that, because it's not going to work, and we've clearly seen that, so we're not going to waste our time. Unless
fair.
it's Cecil.
Say,
Cecil might be able to, at
Cecil
least...
is special
Cecil-
boy.
Well,
Cecil's
Italians
a good fellow.
Italians
Cecil's a
seem
good
kind
fellow.
of chatty.
He seemed polite. There is a difference.
Wait,
Yeah.
Staggerbeard has a crush on me?
I
Poor-
went down with
Poor
Sauron.
oblivious himbo.
There are openings that we could have, but we're going to have to be a little bit more cautious with the Ring race from now on.
Look,
Especially when we're level
look.
5.
don't worry about Cecil. I took care of it.
You know what?
All
I
right.
think you guys, because you managed to avoid death by Pit Fiend and Death Knights and Aboleth, you deserve a level up.
Oh, lovely.
Yay, one...
Yay.
Right when most people are already off the thing.
I'll do an at.
Oh, yeah, I do.
You're
Oh,
now
and-
level 6.
Don't forget to tell Raven what his ring was eventually.
Yes. Ring. Eventually, whenever you get to it.
Yeah, let me find it.
If we just, do you guys know what the rings are? Because we know what everyone else.
I have it written down somewhere. I have it written down somewhere. It's just not in the notes. Like, I have notes up for the Fellowship arc. That's notes for the Hobbit arc.
It's freedom ring. I'm just kidding.
I should ask, are you guys planning to buzz by Isengard at all? Because I need to know if I need to prepare anything for it.
Flog is interested. And also... annoyed. And angry.
So,
Arena probably would want to avoid it, given the ring saying, avoid it, avoid it, avoid it.
Essentially got a factory making things like him. He's curious.
Oh yeah,
and angry.
that one orc
Yeah,
did
so
say.
let's clarify that. Sotra was right?
Yes. Well, okay. I would say this is, and I feel a little weird saying it this way, but both sides have a bit of a point. the orcs, if we view them as what they colonialists, because that's more where they're coming from with the rapey bit than anything. It's things that soldiers do in war. Orcs are historically rapey, and Uruk-hai are normally considered the offspring of rape. But I also don't think that all orcs and goblins are rapists, or even the majority. So the way the majority of them is well, probably not the majority, but a good chunk of them, that is they are perpetual soldiers, and one thing soldiers are sadly known for doing in every army and every nation in every war ever is raping and pillaging. American soldiers do it.
Important question. Are we still recording?
Yeah. I haven't stopped yet. Do you want me to stop is the thing.
I don't look forward to that getting taken out of context.
Yeah, I don't really. Maybe we should cut off before that bit. The big thing is that's Tolkien canon. It's not a TT choice. Contrary to one very bad joke I made off the cuff earlier in the session, I don't particularly like talking about that subject in fiction.
I needed to know because Sotra knows that kind of thing.
But yes, that is true, and that is canonically how a lot of Uruk-hai were made.
Yeah.
But I also think that
they're not all like that.
Not all of them are like that. Orcs are supposed to be what would happen if you had an entire species, an entire race of men whose entire purpose throughout history has been forced to be warfare. They are the horror of war personified. Complete with a lot of them being forced into it, drafted essentially, and complete with them kind of going mad from a life of eternal warfare. They are the Vietnam soldiers who lose their fucking mind. They're that fucking American sniper asshole. So that's the thing you gotta take away from it. A lot of people would probably look at it as sort of like a rapey black man sort of thing, and there's probably overtones of that, but I don't think that was from what I know of Tolkien, that wasn't the original intention. It was a subtext of him being raised in a racist time and being a bit racist himself. And he tried to grow past that, and he regretted some of the things about how he wrote orcs. But that's canon. That's what we're dealing with. And let's end this session, please.
Well, so before I stop, I'm going to say that if anybody wants to go check out Isengard to maybe stop what's happening, Mimosa will go with, but she's also for being cautious and avoiding it. So if that helps your plans any...
I'm gonna plan for some light Isengardery just in case.
Yeah,
Okay.
Flog is curious and probably wants to put a stop to things if he can.
Sotra's also curious, but she understands avoiding it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like a good place to avoid it. It also sounds like a good place to maybe stop what's happening early.
Yeah, exactly. Because unlike Sauron, who's been slowly building for ages, Saruman kind of just kicked open the shutters recently.
So I'm going to stop recording now. If everybody wants to say goodnight.
Good night.
Good night, everybody. Sorry that got heavy towards the end.
This happens sometimes.